could say, thank you. Now, see, I can't hear that. It's not Discord. See, now the standards are raised. Export. Right, okay, well, I will leave it there. Do that. Do that. Don't worry about that. We'll do the thing where I play the intro. I made it through, yeah.
Oh, amazing.
Doggo's back.
Excellent.
Do we have sound, Nicholas, in the stream?
Yes, I can hear it.
Marvelous.
I can hear that.
I forgot that you were also there, Steve. Brilliant. We have sound. And how many bots have we got there? We've already got one bot.
Excellent.
That's me!
No, there is a bot user already. 0AX2, who definitely appears in every stream that I've run.
Beautiful.
Cool. Alright, well, I'll leave that there. Do you guys, for the love of Christ, remember what on earth happened when we last played our actual campaign?
Yes.
Good.
We were in the Dwarven Hold,
Correct.
about to set off
Mm-hmm.
on a spelunking mission.
Correct.
And Steph and I had, quote unquote, done our downtime.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But that's about it. And we had some old friends who were going to help guide us through said spelunking.
Yes. Yep. A rather moon-eyed dwarven priest initiate
That's right.
who really just wants to talk to you about gemstones. That's all he's interested in is gemstones.
I mean, fair enough, he's allowed.
Cool. All righty then. I still haven't heard from Luke. I'm just going to assume that he's not available. He's probably doing, baby stuff.
Mm.
Preparatory baby stuff. Cool. Okay. Right, yeah, so I should probably put the music on, which I was about to start. Here we go.
I'm also just gonna... I need to know if it works on the stream. I need to know.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it.
Oh, hello. They're all there. Marvelous.
They're all there.
You uploaded them to the MP3 file?
Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah.
Well, I know the one that we need to have immediately, if not sooner. So I'm just going to download that and put it into the soundboard.
Alright.
Where is the soundboard? We have access to the soundboard?
We do. Bottom left, where the little...
Bottom left.
Yeah.
Bottom left of...
Discord. We're next to the rocket
okay.
ship and above the Kong.
Cool. Excellent.
So you can send out... Oh no, it doesn't come through the... Oh, I don't know if it comes through the stream. It does come through the stream.
Brilliant.
God damn.
There it is. There it is. Alright, so this is the one that I've uploaded as a test.
This is the 6-hour attempt.
Oh my god.
Cool. Well,
Amazing.
that's awesome. I did not know that Discord now did a soundboard. Brilliant. Guess we're going to import all of the Nick bites into our own Discord soundboard.
This is the greatest moment of my life.
I'm also glad that it works in the stream. That's fun.
Oh man.
Excellent.
Cool. Right. Yeah, so you are about to set out. You have gathered what necessary supplies you require. Burgil Ironbeard has said that he knows that to get to the upper levels of the hold, it takes about a day if you don't run into any trouble along the way. But as previously mentioned, when the orcs and goblins and various other green-skinned creatures were being driven out of the hold, they left traps in their wake. And not all of them have been found.
So tread lightly.
So tread
Basically.
lightly.
Okay.
So, it should take about a day, but allow for maybe a day and a half to get to the upper levels, which is where they believe the old Bryntok Hall might be. Oi! Guess who it is, everyone? It's our favourite fan.
Woo!
Hell yeah.
What did you miss last game?
Nice.
Hello.
Nothing really. The last game was a one-shot, not using our characters. So you haven't missed anything.
I mean, it was very funny.
It was very funny.
besides that-
Yeah,
It had
It was
Yeah.
funny, yeah.
they're our side characters.
Yes.
But we all
for-
played different characters this time than last time.
That's true.
Yeah.
Although Luke
Except
was once again
Luke.
a lecherous halfling.
Oh,
Yes.
God, so lecherous.
So
And
let's-
there was that dude that just was snapping necks.
Yeah, Manfred.
Fucking Manfred.
Left and right,
the
just snap it.
simple-minded... Was it the simple-minded...
Just bursts out of a door and like kills two kitchen staff by snapping their necks.
Refuses to elaborate.
Yeah.
That's
That
ridiculous.
was full on.
Gets
Oh.
bisected by a scythe and then gets just bundled away back into the cupboard under the stairs.
Yeah, just shittest Harry Potter.
Ludicrous.
I'm confused. I was looking at my cool stat, and
Shoot.
I have 13 advances,
Uh-huh.
but when I look in my character sheet, like the thing where you spend your XP, it says I only have 10 advances, and I don't know where these 3 advances are coming from.
I reckon they are your human advances.
Oh, okay, yeah, probably.
That's my logic. Because normally, well, at least for the most part, you guys tend to level things up in blocks of 5. It's very rare that you do. Well, it's either individual blocks of 5 or maybe blocks of 10.
Yeah,
if you've
and
got
you
a lot
do
of
get
XP.
the 3 for some stuff.
Yeah, so
Your
when you're
character
starting your
could-
character out, you get 3 advances in 3
Yeah,
skills and
that's-
5 advances in 3 skills. So I'm
So,
banking on it being that 3 of them are from your character human
Yeah, for
characteristics.
so I just realised I had like 575 XP to spend.
Oh, brilliant.
So I got Instinctive Diction, which is I don't have miscasts on doubles.
Oh, look out, everyone.
Spell,
Look
Nice.
out.
and I increased my intelligence and willpower advances to 15,
Nice.
and my language magic is now 72.
Good luck
Oh.
failing some magic rolls now.
I mean, my channeling's 59, but I'll still fail those.
Still
Yeah.
though.
Well, it
Yeah,
wouldn't
'cause-
be Warhammer if you didn't fail every single roll. I mean, that's
Yeah.
just not how that works.
Because channeling's based on willpower, not intelligence.
Exactly. I mean, my intel's still good, but it's not as good as my intelligence.
Mm.
Anyway, I just thought I'd let you know about that I did the talent.
Marvelous. Good to know. That is good to know. Right, so yeah, you will have packed provisions, or the dwarves will have helped provide you with provisions and supplies to get you through 3 to 4 days of adventuring in the upper and or lower levels of the Dwarven Hold.
That's right. And that a hold we were looking for that's related to Ulrich's past was in the upper part of the mountain.
Yeah, so Yoda, who is
You're
the
right,
He's the dwarven priest initiate. He understands that with dwarven holds, they tended to excavate up first before they go down. So a lot of the older parts of the hold will be up towards the top of the mountain rather than down into the depths.
right.
Mm.
So I'm thinking we go up.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think we'd said we
My
were going
two
up.
cents.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, if up is the way you wish to go, then up it is you will go. Alright, you make your way to the end of... If we scroll down here, I'll do a cheeky scroll on this side as well, for those playing along at home. It gets very dark down there. You will make your way down a hall, and when you come to the end of the hall, there is a staircase. Not a staircase, probably more of a ramp leading up, and a ramp leading down. I assume you take the up option.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we're going to
Absolutely
defer to
correct.
our dwarven guide on this as well, right?
Yes.
I mean,
he's
I
a-
can't
Well, an
see
archaeologist nerd.
Well, yeah.
And like
I
he's
suppose I'm as soon as we get out of a lit area, I'm gonna light my lantern.
Yeah.
Likewise, yeah.
Cool.
I don't think I need to because you see I'm a dwarf.
Yes.
I have dark vision. Just so you know.
No, you don't. Stop this. You don't have dark
Wild.
vision. You have night vision.
Sorry,
Wild
I've got night
concept.
vision, which is different to dark vision.
It's very different to dark vision. Dark vision means you can see in the absence of light. Night vision means that you can see provided that there is a light source.
Noted.
Yeah, so you can just see a lot further than us when we have the lights out. But if it's
In-
like
in
pitch black, you
darkness,
can't
yes.
see. Darkness.
Yeah, there's not many things that have like proper dark vision. I think it's mostly undead that have dark vision.
Yeah, they've got fucking crazy stuff on them as well.
Yeah.
Need a little night vision.
Alright, so you make your way up. The first level, I guess, you encounter after going up is much the same as the level you were on previously. It's not as occupied as the sort of main entry hall that you were in earlier, but there are dwarves who have taken up residence in this part of the hold, and you can see that some works have been undertaken to start clearing out some of the derelict buildings that were there and sort of turn them back to their former glory. As you approach the end of this sort of hallway area and start to head on up again, one of the dwarves who you sort of nodded to in passing says, "Are you going up to the upper levels?"
Aye, that's where we're going. Aye.
You know they're not safe, right?
I lean in with peculiar intensity and go, aye? What do you mean by that, Lobby? What are you talking about?
Well, we cleared the greenskins. We've fought them off, but I'm sure Berger would have told you they left traps and whatnot behind. We've not cleared them out yet. It's
Oh, aye, not to worry, lad. And I'll pat him on the back as I immediately walk past him and go, hey, well away, not a problem. Come on, let's go.
alright. Well, safe travels then.
There we go.
Thank you for your warning.
If he's not going to listen, at least one of you's listening. Say something. He's short of hearing.
Yes.
I bite my lip. I
might be.
resist the urge.
I was about to make a joke, but because of present company, I've declined.
Alright, well, good luck with you. May Grunley guide you.
I nod.
So you make your way up the ramp, and you encounter another level. This one is more derelict than the last one. You can see evidence that a sort of running battle was fought through here. There are still the remains of orcs that have not been cleared away yet. There's like a thick layer of dust caking all of the sort of sides of the hall. The middle part where this sort of running battle has occurred has been loosely swept clean by the combat itself, but it is definitely still derelict up here. It's not. Where's the music stopped? That's rude. I do say, very poorly done. It's derelict. What would you like to do?
Has this area, is it easy to tell if it's had any recent traffic?
Make for me a perception test.
Yeah, I might help too, and just sort of investigate and track whatnot.
If you're planning on doing a tracking test, I will say it's average. If you're just doing a perception test, it'll be challenging. Marvelous, marvelous. Let's see. Both of you, you don't notice any more recent traffic than the sort of running battle that had occurred here. So since then, aside from the returning tracks of the dwarves after they had, chased the orcs out, there has been no more recent tracks than that.
So while we're traveling, I'm just going to keep an eye, and if the tracks of a recent battle through here ever end, or then I will start looking for traps.
Yeah, sounds good.
Because this area should be clear of traps. If there was a fight going on through these halls.
So the main hall area is certainly clear. There are sort of rooms and buildings off to the sides, which you're more than welcome to search through. But as you can see from, I would say at least height, you can certainly notice with the 2 success levels, the signs of battle never really got right up to the edges of the hall. So there are still a layer of dust in front of the sort of doorways. Which doesn't appear to have been disturbed, so it doesn't look like the dwarves went and checked these buildings after they've concluded their battle.
Yeah.
So, by all means, you could go and have a look in them. There is always the chance that there could be traps in there.
Is any of these rooms in this part of the hall, I suppose, have writings or anything in front of them, or is it just rooms and bedroom or whatever kind of thing?
So some of them do have dwarven runes, which unfortunately you do not know how to read.
No, I don't.
The only person in your party who does know how to read them is Yoda. So you can ask him what they mean, if you wish.
What do they mean, Yoda?
He has a look at the first one. This is rather excitable music, isn't it? For
Nice, a bit like fancy RuneScape.
down to touch.
Need to put some windrows in.
Yeah, that would be more appropriate. Yeah. He takes a look at the first one. He goes, "Oh, hey, that one there. That used to be the home of. Well, it looks like hard to tell. The orcs have bloody well scratched out a lot of the runes, but either it's a seamstress or someone who mends pots.
Potstress.
Thinking, would
Monstrous.
the hold of Ulrich's ancestors, would it be marked out by writing? Generally, I'm asking.
You would assume so.
What would we know the name, like, of the runes? Could he like write it out for me so I could know the shades?
Yeah, you can certainly ask him. Is like, have you got I can write the move for it. Have you got some parchment or vellum or something I can draw the runes for
I'm
you?
a wizard. Of course, I have paper and a pen. I'll pull out some parchments and my writing kit.
Yep.
And just lay it out on the floor.
Nice. Cool. Well, he takes the time to write out the runes for you.
Yep.
I have not prepared them.
That's fine.
Regardless.
It's just so that if I do a perception check to look at the runes or something, I can tell if it's what we're looking for or
Sure.
not.
Yeah. What is going on there? There's an awful lot of squeaking happening in the chat.
Oh, sorry, that's me downstairs at the door, which is very squeaky.
Oh, like, is
In
there
case Alex was also worrying.
a chew toy?
No.
I thought Luke might have surreptitiously joined the chat and Hugo was like having a go at something in the background.
No, we just like to keep the hinges spooky.
Ah, nice. That tracks. You live in a rough neighborhood after all.
Yeah, that's right, we gotta scare them off. No one's gonna want to open that door, just... No, man, there might be vampires in here.
So he's, he points out that first one and says, that's either a seamstress or maybe a pot mender. You can't tell thanks to the damage to the script. As you walk further down the hall, he sort of points out another one and says, that was looks like a money lender. And that one there, that's well, would you believe it? That looks like some sort of accountant. Didn't realise that they had accountancy back then. But I suppose if you count grudges, you count coin as well, I suppose.
Hey, fascinating. But none of them are mine. Are they, lad?
He stops and says, well, no, look at the architecture, laddie. And he starts pointing out, he starts going off at length, which you're not interested in, but basically the sort of summation of it is that the architecture here is...
I'm lapping it up.
Yeah, the architecture here is far too modern for it to be an ancient dwarven... far too modern in an already ancient dwarven hold.
Yeah.
You need to go deeper.
And what are the styles that indicate it being so modern?
Well, you see, the later dwarvish architecture started to go even more geometric than earlier dwarven architecture. Back in early dwarvish architecture, there was a lot more natural. Well, it allowed for the natural curvature of rocks, and it was much more free flowing. In later years, it became far more regimented and geometric, much like it is now.
I think I see, yeah.
And then we're going to get to the hold and it's going to look exactly the fucking same.
Oh, yeah, we know the difference.
Just, but to him it's completely different.
Yeah, but to us we're like,
Well, I suppose we should press on.
Alright.
Aye.
Unless anyone wants to check the moneylenders.
I wouldn't want to, would want to be defiling the remains of whoever may have been down there.
I feel like that hasn't stopped you before.
And I can sense we're close to something special. Close to finding out more about Ulrich.
Aye. Aye.
Alright.
I've got my eyes are like squinting now, being like, come on then.
Alright, well, you continue along this hallway, occasionally Yoda pointing out this or the other, and you reach the end of the hallway with no further incident, and there is another ramp heading up. I assume you continue.
Yeah.
As long as the tracks of battle have continued up the stairs.
Yes. From what you can
Then
see,
yes.
I'll allow this previous roll to carry on to this this ramp. Yes, you can see that the battle was fought along and up.
Are we keeping a close eye out for the potential of traps and the like?
I'm just trying to keep my attention on the battle tracks until they run out.
Yeah.
As we move forward.
Alright, well, you make your way up this ramp, and this hole you come into is sort of carved into, it's less of a hall and more of a, I guess, cavern, if you will. The as you sort of come out, there is a ledge that sort of runs round in a sort of roughly hexagonal shape to the other side, where you can see another entranceway and ramp leading upwards. In the center of this hexagon, there is essentially a void. The pathway to your right has been obstructed by rocks. You could attempt to scale over them, but they don't look particularly stable. Whereas the left-hand pathway is clear.
I mean, shall we go for the left-hand pathway?
I mean, I think so. If it seems clear.
I'll get you to make some perception tests or track tests if you would prefer. If it's perception, it's challenging. If it's track, it's average.
I think I have track, maybe. As a cheeky little bounty hunter.
You'd think you'd have it as a bounty hunter.
You'd think, wouldn't you? And
No.
yet, I do have track. Oh wait, hang on. It's secret science track.
That
Wait, but swim. Hang on, swim is in secret science as well. So I don't know if.
No, so it's basically like, because secret science is a grouped skill.
Oh,
It
that's
looks
right.
like it's under it, but it's just.
Yeah, but it'll be blue because
It'll-
it's under. Yeah. Okay.
You follow?
Yeah. So if it's track, it's what? Sorry.
Average.
Okay.
Oh.
Perception. Which one's actually getting better? Yeah.
All right. Let's see. So that is another. Yep. Cool. All right. So a +3 and a +4. Marvelous. You can definitely see that the tracks are heading down the left, and with the +4, you can see that the rocks that are blocking the right-hand path have definitely been positioned in such a way that if you were to put too much weight on there, so like if more than one of you were to try and scale it at once, that it would give way and you would fall into the chasm.
Right.
All right.
So,
It's a trap.
hard to trap.
Hey, it's a trap, an orcish trap. The bastards. Is it possible just to kick the rocks away safely?
No, they're definitely too large for you to do like that. And also, you probably would make a lot of noise, and you may attract unwanted attention.
Those bastards. Hey, they're waiting for us. Okay, I'll head down the left, knowing that the rocks are trap-headed. That's a word. Fine word.
It's definitely something.
100%.
It's a perfectly cromulent word.
Buddy!
Alright, so you head on down the left. There are sort of doorways leading off of this sort of path. And there is, for lack of a better term, like a rail that runs down the outer edge, leading towards, like nearest the void. A lot of the interlocking or interlacing chain components have been removed. Either they've been taken away or they've just become damaged over time and have fallen into the void itself. But there are sort of like posts dotting the edge of the path on the inner edge. Yoda points out the first doorway that you passed and says, "Oh, that appears to be some sort of let's see, it appears to be some sort of again, the bloody orcish graffiti is making it difficult to read, but it appears to be some sort of herbalist or alchemist shop here."
Hey, laddie.
I think we had a herbalist or alchemist with us.
I don't know. They hadn't
He misses out.
dropped off the face of the earth.
Nothing of interest there. Let's continue.
Straight on by.
No, I'll have a look inside.
Sure.
Yeah.
Alright, so you walk through the entryway. It is... Oh, you would all have your lanterns on, so you can see that it's quite dusty in here. If there had been anything of value in here, it is desiccated beyond belief.
Yep.
But you can see the remnants of what would have been I guess a herbalist's shop. You can see that there are these very dry, desiccated roots and what looks like the stems of leaves that are sitting on a countertop. There is a mortar and pestle, which is the mortar is filled almost to the brim with dust. There are some scattered bits of paper here and there, but so faded that if there was writing on it, you wouldn't be able to read it.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, there doesn't appear to be anything of interest in this place.
Fair enough.
So you continue along the path. You poke your head into a few of the other sort of lodgings or buildings along the leftward path, and very much the same. Like, depending on what sort of business or enterprise there was in this place, you'll find the dried out remains of a long dead business or a long dead residence. Nothing of any value. When you're about 2/3 of the way around the hexagon, an arrow whizzes out of the void and strikes the wall just in front of Yoda's foot.
Ooh, that's not good.
He steps back and goes, "Oi, Grumney!"
I'll change my lantern to beam and put it in the direction that the arrow came from.
Set lanterns to stun.
Set lanterns
Yeah.
and stuff. Cool.
Exactly.
Alright, you swing your lantern across the void. Now that you've got a direct beam of light, you can see that it's the distance between the two branching paths is actually not as great as it appeared in the dark. It's probably only about maybe 30 feet from where you're standing to the other side.
Okay.
But you do see in the very sort of last remnants of lantern light that are reaching the opposite wall, there is a group of 4 goblins with bows who have fired some shots off at you.
That's
Oh,
Alright.
So I shall have you roll for initiative.
Alrighty then.
Of course, you
I
bloody would.
I'll pop this out.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume this is theatre than and.
That is correct, good sir.
Okay.
Wait, that didn't roll. Or did it?
Yeah, it did. It's showing up in the tracker for me.
No, but it just said. Oh no, yeah, it does. When you mouse over, it shows you what you rolled.
Yeah.
Um.
Also, just assume that if I'm not saying those bastards about anything we find in here that is trying to kill us,
Yep.
that is my immediate first thought at all times.
Sure. Oswald!
Yeah.
And Wolfgang's roll didn't add in for some reason. That's right, I will
I did try to select.
that's right, I will do
Which one am I supposed to select to do it?
You select your
Oh,
token
the-
two, that's
then,
right.
and then you do
And then
that's
do
all right.
it, yeah.
I will manually do it. I've done it, so we're all good.
Also, for the purposes of the narrative making any logical, coherent sense, Jörg isn't here?
Sure. That's fine.
Okay.
I realise in all of my preparedness, didn't actually prepare some goblins. So, give me a buttered moment.
The Game Master's Curse.
The game
Oh,
master's
It's a great
curse.
idea.
He's just,
Wait.
what if I didn't come prepared? I actually think I have, brilliant. Goblins. Let's just stick one of them there.
Oh, my old mate Oswald's got 6 cents.
Woo.
Didn't even know.
And then we'll go.
Too bad his intuition is trash. It's actually his lowest stat. Oh no, Dex is 25. Oh no, his ballistic skill's 24. I lied.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, Oswald. Oh, Oswald.
His Dex is better than mine though.
Goblin.
To be fair,
24.
Yeah, to be fair though, you're probably okay with that whole situation.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll just stand here. I was just reading the rules for magic, and I shouldn't actually be wearing armor.
Should you not?
Because leather armor gives me a -1 to my success levels, and metal armor gives you a -2, I think.
Oh, marvelous.
Unless you're like from Shimon or Gur, respectively.
Yeah.
Shimon.
Also, apparently, if you roll a crit, even if you fail, I think you can like make it so the spell is cast, regardless. The rules are very confusing. It's like it says if the casting roll is a critical, you must they'll grant you extra power, but at a cost you roll on the minor miscast table, and then you can choose one of the following effects. And total power is the spell is cast no matter its challenge number,
Yeah,
and
right.
you're rolled FL, but it can be dispelled.
Interesting.
I was like, what the hell? I should have probably read a bunch of this shit.
It's all good.
Oh, and I can dispel my own spells early, but it's like freaking hard, so
Why would you?
I probably would. It would be too hard, like for the pit. But by the time I got enough success levels, it would have just run out on its own anyway.
Yeah. Because it's only up for what, 4 rounds? 5 rounds?
4 rounds, yeah.
Oh,
And
mate.
apparently, for every 2 success levels past the casting number, you can like either like increase its range, its area effect, its targets. Like you can pick one thing to increase. Not that I think I've done that very often anyway. But yeah. Probably should have read all this shit. Yeah, and I mean, it's that kind of, it's a Games Workshop game, kind of. And it wouldn't be Warhammer Fantasy if it wasn't packed full of rules.
Back to the brim with more rules that are like, why are there so many? It's like, well, it's fantasy. Like, no, fair enough. I always notice that, like, games that have beloved IP are always the most complicated. So obviously Warhammer Fantasy with the most devoted, rabid fans in the universe would be like, yes. Yes, we will make this hard for you.
I've
Which I
just
can't
heard
love.
from young Lucas. He forgot, and he's trying to
Classic.
log in now.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Same, we were just
That's
past the
right.
apothecary's shop, right?
Oh, yeah, so I know where it
Yeah.
was past, right? It's all done. It's done now. There's nothing there.
Nothing to be seen.
It's over. That's it.
There was nothing there anyway, so.
Thing to see.
Alrighty. Well, that is correct. Yeah, there's a lot of crunch underneath that, the fluff for Warhammer particularly.
But it's so good. It's
So
so
much-
good. It's
so
good
much
crunch.
fluff. So much crunch.
I mean,
Of the crunch.
I like rules, so.
Same.
Tasty.
Alright, so I guess we could probably wait for Luke to get on.
Yeah.
Should we wait for him? I guess we'll wait for him, that'd be nice.
Would be nice.
We'll
That
do
would
the
be
nice thing.
Friendly.
That'd be what friends would do, I guess.
I suppose.
I guess. Ugh.
So if I overcast or ever manage to overcast Pit of Tarnus, by 2 success levels, I can make its area of effect double.
Fuck. That's...
So then it's 8 yards deep.
Yeah,
8
and
yards
8 yards
wide.
wide. Pretty freaking big.
Yeah. I would probably, though, if I overcast it and did that, I'd probably end up putting myself into the hole as well.
Quite possibly. Quite possibly.
And I would have no way of getting it out, so I'd actually, like, kill myself. Because I'd be buried
You'd
when
be
it ends.
Buried when it ends.
Buried
Suffocate.
8 yards underground. Even if I survived the damage, I would suffocate.
Now, is this gonna work? It's not working. Bugger. I have actually input, well, they're not working properly yet, some new like status conditions. You know how before on the tokens, say if you were
Put the
like
little
bleeding or
things.
whatever, there'd be like a little icon that'd show up on your little token.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I uploaded some new ones that are the official ones, so supposedly.
That's cool. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, but I think I need to tweak them because I think they need to be pings for it to work properly, and these are all just JPEGs.
Right. Okay.
Because whenever I try and put one on a token, then nothing happens. So I might have to spend some time with Photoshop turning them into pings. But that's fine. I can do that. I just haven't done it yet. Luke, you're here, but you're muted and deafened. So you
Even
can't-
the ones that are
You
in
can't
there
hear you?
don't show
You can't
up.
hear me, so I just realised it as I said it. As I said it, I was like, no, wait a second.
None of the default ones work either.
Yeah, that's weird. I might have to look into that. I'll keep track of that.
Crossworks.
The
that's
Crossworks. I'll have
So
to
it
keep
might
tabs
not
on
be. It might not be you. It might be Roll20.
That doesn't sound like Roll20 at all, does it? Not working properly.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because even the color ones don't show up.
Yeah, right. That's weird. Luke, are you here? I see you here. Sounds are attempting to be made, but we can't hear you.
I need to turn on your mic. Doesn't help.
Might need to get good, Scrub.
He's trying so hard.
He is trying so hard.
Oh, he's deafened again.
Oh, he's had enough of us already. Like, I came here to play some Warhammer, not to be ridiculed.
Hey, ironically, he can't hear us ridiculing him.
No,
so-
it's just...
Yeah.
Oh,
The deafened
No.
and muted went away, but the voice didn't return. Or I suppose it's not returning if it was never there.
That's very true.
Oh,
It's saying that he's making sound, but the sounds are not being
it
heard.
did that time. Yeah. Just disconnect, reconnect. Sometimes that works.
Yeah, that might be. That might be the fix. He's definitely muted again, everyone.
oh,
This is riveting
This
stuff
is-
for
Yeah, this
Haplo,
is-
who's watching in the
this
stream.
this is just the absolute peak content that you're here for.
Yeah, this is
Oh,
what
yeah.
you came here for, obviously.
You can come.
Look, we all love a good crunch when it comes to Discord, you know? It's got fluff on the surface, like the soundboard, and then it's got real crunch to it, like when things don't work.
When things inevitably fail.
Oh, you
Um,
love this bit.
You do love to see it. Speaking of, gonna
Can we hear him?
just gonna do that, and then I haven't added it yet. I'm doing it now. I think it was Luke's faffing.
Still can't hear him. Still can't hear a word he's saying.
It's weird that it's lighting up though, but
It is
no
weird.
audio is coming through.
Yeah.
And I have him at like 200%.
You'll love to see it.
Come on, Luke. You got this.
You can do this. He can't hear us now, but
No. He can't hear our words.
This is the
of encouragement.
6-hour attempt.
Oh, it's never a bad idea to make it available for everyone. All right. Well, whilst we wait for Luke to sort his microphone out,
He can just be at the end of the initiative order.
yeah.
yeah. Luke, are you able to log into Roll20 at the very least? I'm assuming you can hear us. Type yes in the chat.
Go
You
on
can hear
without
us.
me.
Yes. We said yeah. We said yeah. Not yes. Alright.
Go on without me. I see.
Alright. Make that combat happen.
All right.
Give the war priest his vengeance.
Okay. All right. Where was I? Wolfgang,
Yo.
you're up. The
All
goblins are on the other side of the chasm to where you are.
Okay. Is there a way that we can see to cross the chasm?
Currently, you can just see the goblins at the very edge of the light that Hiker's lantern is casting.
Okay.
And there's no. We'd have to go back to get over to the other side.
You would have to go back, or you would have to continue along the path all the way up and around being shot at
And-
the entire time.
I was listening. How wide is said chasm?
It is 30 feet across.
You
Okay.
can make it.
That was what I was thinking, but probably not.
He's gonna like
Uh,
Thor and just like leap across the gap, eh?
Like 9 meters, right? Like that's.
Oh, I'm like, he's doing it, and then like you get like 3 feet, and it just starts sinking.
Yeah, just flop and then fall. Yeah. No, so we're not going to do that. I guess I'm going to keep. I guess I'm going to try and press on
Yep.
to try and find a way across. I guess, and I'm going to keep going forwards to do that rather than doubling back.
Yep. Sounds good.
Yeah,
That is what you do. You continue onwards.
that is what I do. Yeah.
Hey.
But I'm going to be going like keeping my shield up. I'm going to turn my lantern onto beam
Mhm.
and like aim it at them, kind of thing, to try and highlight them.
Yeah. Sure. Okay. So both you and Hiker now have your lanterns directed at the
gobos.
goblins on the other side of the chasm. Right, Luke is with us, but he has no sound, so he is just going to be in the chat. Luke, I'll get you just for gaming purposes, if you want to type everything in the Roll20 chat, just so it will show up on the stream, so our one and only fan can see what's going on. Marvelous, thank you. Cool, alright. Can you quickly add yourself to the initiative order if you've not done already? Is it because your hand is broken?
It seems so obvious now that we pointed it out.
Just put auto
What is that?
on.
Is someone just scraping on the microphone?
It's
I think
something
Yeah.
like that.
It was Steph.
Okay.
Yep.
Um,
Pulled it down. It was probably scraping against my jumper. Sorry.
It's all good. So, Lucian, you also get to go at the same time. I'm going to move you to underneath.
Jeez, that's a
seeing
roll.
as he's already gone. So, yeah, Luke, what you doing?
He's thinking through.
Suspense.
You missed the context. Oh, of course, yeah, that's right. You were too busy having speaker issues.
We are.
You guys are. You're getting shot at by goblins. You're in a essentially a hexagonal cavern. You are on one side of the cavern. There is a void of about 30 feet to your, I guess, right. And on the other side of the cavern, there is a group of 4 goblins who are shooting at you.
So in theory, it would be 60 feet to get around.
In theory.
Well, maybe a bit more. Yeah, to run around the outside.
Round the outside.
Yeah.
Round the outside. Cool. You are going to continue moving along after Wolfgang.
Paladin and an alchemist go around the outside.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Outside, really outside.
Right. One of the goblins is going to shoot at you. Now, they're all going to say Goblin 4 is because I've been lazy and only made 1 character sheet. Except
That's how
that
you do.
there are 4 goblins here.
Makes sense. That makes sense.
When you say you, who is you? Just all of us?
All of you. You as a group. The shot is going to, let's see, it's going to head towards, there is what, 8 of you there? 5, 6 of you in the party if you've got Oswald, plus Yoda and the 1 guard who came with you, so there's 8 of you there. I will roll a d8 and we'll see who they're shooting at.
You monster.
One. Looks like they're shooting at the front of the party, and that'll be at Wolfgang. Not with that, they're not. Oi! What was I saying earlier, Steve, about my rolling for monsters trying to fight you?
Yeah. Came true.
It came true immediately, first roll of the night. An 11. I don't think that's anything particularly terrible. I think that's just he fluffs it. Whoops-a-daisy's table.
You curse at yourself.
He
Yep.
surprised that he had a bow in his hands and threw it into the ravine.
No, he injures himself and causes a singular wound. Well done.
The string ripped off his ear as he was shooting.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well done, you absolute scrub. Right, Ulrich, 'tis you.
I'm going to try and make my way past whoever's in front of me. Well, okay, hang on. The goblins are like right in front of us, or are they like across?
They're across the
void?
cavern from you.
Yeah. So it's probably going to take me more than just a turn to get to them.
Very much so.
Can I start heading towards them while trying to aim my crossbow at them?
Yes, you made it. Are you wanting to shoot your crossbow, or are you just aiming the crossbow?
No, I'd like to shoot it on the way.
Okay.
I'm not sure how hard that's going to be.
Let's quickly let me have a quick look to see what it is that Luke's on about with his character sheet. Current wound 16, max wound 12. No, that must just have been typed in incorrectly. It should be 12. Just fix that. Right, so you're going to attempt to shoot your crossbow at the goblins. By all means, have a go.
El correcto. Alright, crossbow. Challenging?
Challenging.
Kaboom. You
Nice.
son of a bitch.
The bolt hits into the, I guess, the inner edge of the walkway, so like the void edge of the walkway on the opposite side to you, with a satisfying clunk.
Just to remind you, those bastards. Absolute bastards.
Soundboard is excellent.
Oh, the soundboard's really paying off.
Alright, it is Hiker, you're up.
Okay. Can I do that?
Also, I will be right back.
Sure.
I'm just gonna try and flick a dart.
Yep.
I take the dart out of my mouth and flick it across.
Do it. I get it. Nice.
There's 6.
It is going to be the third goblin along that gets hit. We said 6. You said 6. 6.
Yeah.
Marvelous.
So magic would roll 4 2.
Dart is just
It's just a petty magic.
petty, so it doesn't ignore armor. Cool. So he will soak most of that. He'll take.
I believe if we're gonna use the spell rules, I can actually hit 2 people with that.
Wow. Well,
But
by all
don't mind
means.
if we-
By all means. Seeing as we've been playing it wrong.
So yeah, I can increase range, area effect, duration, target, not damage. So I just hit 2 people.
You hit 2 people? Well, you will hit one of the 2 on either side. Would you rather it be 2 or 4? Pick a number.
Let's go with 4.
4. I also take the same amount of damage. Cool. And also a point of tastiness for you.
Oh yeah, just 1.
Gehenna, you're up.
Alright. Oh boy. Let's see what I can do without shooting myself, fingers crossed. I'm going to... Now, could I hit them with my pistol, or is it too far?
What's the range on your pistol? I feel like it's pretty short.
The range on my pistol is 20, so it might not quite reach them,
No,
I think.
it's not going to be far enough, unfortunately.
Longbow it is.
Longbow will certainly
Difficulty?
have range. Challenging. Oh, that is a big old crit fail. Roll for me, please, Steph.
No.
No? You don't want to do
No,
that?
No,
That's a lot of notes.
I'm using a point on that.
Yeah, that
I
okay.
can't lose another hand. Your string tangles around your fingers, ripping them off and sending them into the abyss. No, that's...
It just rips off the
Oh, it's not
mechanical.
much better.
I'll take... Jesus Christ.
Well, it's not a crit.
It's not a crit fail.
Fine. Right arm. That's not good.
Why did Jenna just throw her belongings into the chasm? This just had enough. This is just gonna yeet herself out of existence.
Oh no.
It's like a Acme bow and arrow.
Yeah.
You shoot it, but the bow and arrow stays still, and you just go flying.
Alright, one of the goblins will attempt to shoot back at you. He will do... Not like that, he won't.
We're just...
This is just a comedy of errors at this point.
At this point, yeah. So
They tried to ambush us and they just miss.
They
We
just
try to
missed.
fight back, we just miss.
the arrow
Absolutely missed.
goes
Yeah.
high overhead and shatters against the rock wall behind you. It is Oswald's go, along with the goblin.
I passed him my lantern, and he's just gonna try and keep it beamed on them.
Cool.
Doesn't
Easy
have a
done.
ranged weapon, so.
Yeah. Fair enough. Alright, another
Beam it in
goblin
their
will
eyes.
attempt to take a shot. Nope. And then finally, the last goblin. Maybe this one will actually do something. Maybe this guy is the guy.
It's just hard to shoot in caves.
Big maybe though.
Oh, that's not a crit fail. Crit fail started at 96. I don't know why it's saying 95 is a crit fail.
I think it's just the default
I think,
settings.
yeah, I think it's just the default setting. Alrighty, we are back at the top of the round with Wolfgang and Lucian.
Alright, I'm gonna continue my sprinting towards them.
Cool. You will get to. Are you using your full like run speed?
Yes, I am.
Alright, you will get halfway. You moved last time. I'm going to say you get 3/4 of the way around to where the goblins are.
Okay.
So next turn you will be within combat range.
Mhm.
Lucian, give it to me. You would like to start making your way to the gobbies, wouldn't we all?
Come join me, brother.
That is exactly correct, Hapler. You're quite right.
Just a mutual respect.
Just a
of
mutual like that was terrible. Let's just never speak of this. You just need to run. If you're going to run your run speed, then you move that far around. You will be just behind Wolfgang. So next turn you'll be able to move into combat range with them. Yeah, so the map as such is, we're doing theatre of the mind, so it doesn't really matter. Cool. Alright. 16 blocks moved, you've done it. Well done. Goblin is going to, seeing two of you sprinting towards the goblins, he's going to try and take a shot at the two of you. Let's see how this goes, considering how poorly it's gone so far. Guys, he's done it.
He's
Oh
actually
my.
managed to land a
He
hit.
shoots a shot at Wolfgang.
Alright. No, I don't get to react necessarily, do I? I just
No,
take it.
you did say before that you have your shield up, so
I very much do. Yes. Yeah.
take that into account when, soaking damage as you were.
Sure. 7.
7.
How many bows are they shooting? Jesus.
Just little grotty boys.
Yeah.
Have you seen
Probably all the
the
tetanus.
goblins in Age of Sigmar recently?
That's
They
true.
do a lot of damage.
It is true.
They are pure filth.
Same.
They have the
Right.
same range as high elves or elves.
So we're
Lumina.
talking, what is it, 9 damage to my
Correct.
right arm?
9 damage to your right arm.
Okay. So if I have 6 armor and 4 toughness bonus,
You take no damage.
it goes
6
ping.
armor.
I've got plate armor and I've got a shield.
Oh yeah.
So, ting. No, I'll say that the arrow thumps into your shield.
Yeah.
It doesn't become lodged, but it does.
Yeah.
You feel the hit go into your shield.
Yeah. I take a jarring hit.
It was a
shield.
good
Yeah.
shot.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Ulrich, you're up.
Alright. I'm going to continue making my way towards the gobs.
Yep.
Can I reach them this turn?
Your movement. No.
Yeah.
You will be behind where Lucian and Vulcan are. Being that
Yep.
your move is shorter than the others, it's going to take you another full run distance to get into combat range with them next turn. Like the other two guys could do it just from a walk distance or a move distance, if you will. But
Yeah.
because of where you are and you have a shorter movement than the rest of the party members, being that you are of shorter stature, it will require you to make a full sprint
Yeah.
to get into
Um,
combat.
What I might do is, while I'm walking along leisurely, I'll try reloading my crossbow.
Sure. I figured that
Which-
might be a sensible idea.
Yeah. Which is a ranged test.
Yes, it is a ranged crossbow test.
Whatever ranged is... There it is, ranged crossbow. Here we go.
Sorry, I think it's just reload 1, so as long as you get 1 success level, you have successfully reloaded your crossbow.
Alright, there's literally a 50-50 chance.
Do it.
Hey!
You
Okay.
you don't get to load 3 of them, you get to reload your crossbow.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is not a repeater crossbow.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
I realised that I didn't have this prepped, but I can do it here.
Do it.
God damn it. Oh, every time.
Cool. Alright, so you have moved up and you have reloaded your crossbow. Hiker, you're up.
I'm gonna try and cast Bolt
Bolt.
at the one that I hit the first time.
Sure. Very nice. 6 success levels.
So if we're using, oh no, I forgot last time that I have -1 for wearing leather armor.
Oh, okay.
So I'll just make it hit just the one target
Just the one
because I hit 2 last time and I shouldn't have.
Sure.
And right now I'd only have 5 success levels, so
Yeah. Okay. So you're pouring
it's
it
still
all
gonna
into-
probably destroy that goblin. Though.
Yeah, it will do because it ignores armor because you are. That is a arcane spell.
Correct, and
So-
it's doing 14.
14 damage. That obliterates that goblin. He is cooked. The goblin, this sort of shadow bolt flies from your staff, I assume, or your hand.
I like to think of it. I shoot it kind of like a special beam cannon, but it's like just a black laser.
Yeah, sure. Nice. And the goblin is left a sort of slightly smoking wreck, and it is no longer.
Beautiful.
That would be that goblin. He's gone. Cool. It is Gehenna. You're up.
Right, let's give this another go. Let's not throw anything into the abyss.
Do your best.
Challenging.
Yes.
Better than last time, I'll take it.
Cool. Your shot zings across the floor. I'm assuming you're moving up as well whilst you're doing this.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so your shot zings across the void and hits the wall behind one of the goblins. Unfortunately missing them, but better than last time where you nearly removed your own hand.
Yeah.
One of the goblins will return fire with his bow. He, again, is getting concerned about these 3 party members coming up towards him, so he's going to take a shot at the dwarf.
That bastard!
Oh, he
We're
hits you.
sidling menacingly.
I get an extra advantage as well.
Fucking shit, lord. Alright, how much damage do I take here?
9.
Back to back.
9?
9.
9 damage.
9 damage.
My right arm, which is 1, 6. Okay, so I take 3 whole damage. Whoa.
Take it. Take it straight in.
Damn. God damn.
Into the leg, whatever.
Yep, the right arm. Those bastards.
Do
I'll
it.
make them pay.
Do it.
Alright. It is Oswald's go. I'm assuming he's just moving up, holding the lantern, doing his best to not get shot.
Yeah, he's staying with me.
Yeah.
I haven't moved, so we're just
Who the fuck is
laser
Oswald?
with him.
Oswald is Hiker's apprentice.
Yeah.
How dare you not remember that?
He can't cast magic yet. I'm not a very good teacher.
Isn't he like beefy as well?
Yeah,
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a
He's-
math like a ex-blacksmith or something.
Yeah, big boy.
He's an Norseman.
Yeah.
Big boy. Doesn't speak much, but
big-
good,
big-
good,
big
good with
lad.
books.
He's fist wizard. He's muscle wizard. He casts fist.
Eggswald, yeah. Yeah, he casts fist,
Excellent.
100%.
Alright, the final golem is going to take a shot at Lucian. Lucian looks squishy, so he's going to take a shot at him. He fails. Just. Lucian, the arrow sort of zips past your ear and like impacts the wall behind you.
Classic.
Cool. I did see before that you've got your shield up, so that's good to know. So yeah, it misses. That's fine. It's top of the next round. Wolfgang and Lucian, you are up. You are within range to move into combat range with the goblins.
I was gonna say, can I count mine as a charge because I've just been running the whole time?
I
basically.
would say if you wanted to continue to run into combat,
Yeah.
that is fine. I'll count that as a charge, which means that you'll gain a point of advantage for charging.
Right. Well, that is my intent. I will
Marvelous.
continue my run. I went slowly at first, but I've been sort of speeding up as I go.
Building
So
up
I'm
speed,
going to continue, run to the closest one. That's an advantage. Let's go with this.
You both
Watch
run
me
up
roll.
with your shields and just like push the goblins into the void.
Oh! That's a big oof. Alright, I will attempt to dodge.
Squish.
I need to actually add a dodge stat in, otherwise things aren't going to go well.
So that goblin like shot his bow and hit you and was like, yeah, and then you ran up and just pounded its head into the wall.
Pretty much.
Oh, I suppose it's right leg. You just like
Yeah.
crush the right leg.
Oh
squish it
boy,
up against the wall.
he's not in a good way. He's not in a good
No.
way.
Oh,
What is
wow.
that? That is
11 plus
11
20.
plus 9, so that's 20 damage.
Oh, yes.
Alex, you could, if you wanted to, add the units die and make that. What's
29 damage.
22.
That? 22 damage.
Yeah,
Okay.
add 2 more damage.
Sure. Why do I use the units die?
Because the Smith's hammer has
Yeah.
impact.
It does, yes. I'm going to do that. So hang on, what's the units on this one?
Well, it would be 9 in this case. It would be a 0-9.
Yeah. 0-9. Yeah. So I will do that, yes. Yes, I will do that.
So it is
22 damage.
22 damage. Yeah,
Yeah.
you just obliterate this goblin. You smash the hammer into its leg.
Vaporize him. Yeah.
Its leg just like comes off at the hip, and it falls
Yeah.
into the chasm, screaming a grisly cry.
Cool.
Oh, so Jesus.
A point of advantage for you as well.
Do I get another for that, or are you going to get one per turn?
No, you gain an advantage for winning.
I do game.
Yeah, so you gain one for
winning a
charging
post
into
roll.
combat, and then you get one for winning an opposed test, which you did.
Cool. Nice.
So that was Goblin 1, he's cooked.
Yeah.
That looked like fun. I would like to charge at a Gobby 2 and smack him with the heavy end of my pick.
Nice.
Do it.
Nice.
Do it, sir.
Pick his brain. Pick his brain.
Axe end, I suppose. Unless it's a war pick, then it is a hammer.
It's a war pick, it's a hammer end. Oh, it's a crit
Oh,
fail!
Fuck my life.
It's a crit fail!
Oh.
He used the wrong side.
Yeah, wrong end of the.
And
Don't leave
now
it
it's
on
wrong
stun.
end of the wall.
Don't leave it on stun. Don't leave your pick on stun.
Yeah. Yeah, go again.
Do it.
He's trying.
I believe.
He's getting there.
Do it.
That's not as bad.
That is not.
Not as
least
bad.
they-
But
At least you don't yeet your war pick into the void, so.
I'm going to boldly assume you've charged the second one because the first one is now dead. So, yeah, I thought as much. So he does have a point of advantage, so he will attempt to dodge this. Wow! The advantage wasn't counted anyway, that's really annoying. Not that it matters. He still failed. He loses his advantage.
And it didn't have a target level either.
Yeah. That's
So-
strange, because
What is the target meant to be?
35.
That's
So it's still minus
it's
4.
a tie. Yeah. Because of the advantage, it would be -3.
Oh yes, you're quite right. So it is a tie, and defender wins ties, but he still loses his advantage. As to you, Luke, you lose your advantage for charging in.
oh,
Ulrich, you are up.
so
Now
I'm still
Annoying.
quite a ways away.
you are, and unfortunately for you, the guy who
Melee
was
combat.
within charge range has now been pasted. So it'll actually take you your entire move to get to where he was, and then it will be further to get into combat with
Oh,
any
yeah.
other goblins.
Whoops. Okay.
Oops,
So
maybe.
War priest shrug.
on the way, can I go for the one that's furthest away from me instead?
Yeah, with your crossbow.
Yep.
Do it.
Oh, come on,
Ooh.
boys!
Oh, no.
Lads.
Let's bloody
I
go!
like it.
Let's bloody go! Let's fucking snake this fucking dickhead. All right, come on.
Right, he can soak. What's that? That's 11 damage. He can soak that amount. So he's not looking too
Other-
happy.
Started sounding like a chaos dwarf. They should sound like Super Ocker in my brain canon.
Oh,
That's what they're gonna sound like.
What, just the little goblins just be like,
No,
oh,
they-
you fucking...
The chaos dwarves, they just get like Ocker accents.
Oh,
Yeah.
Fucking yeah, let's fucking go, boys.
alright,
Yeah.
fucking break that stone, boys!
You should all sound like Bob Catter.
Oh no.
Now,
That's
Now
pure
listen.
chaos.
listen, anyone that wants to live in their own cage, it's up to their own bloody, they can do what they want. But here in my fucking hold, I'm not having it.
I don't have any time to talk about that.
Oh, no.
Deary me. Haplo, I would say look up some Bob Catter on YouTube, but I don't think I'd want to subject you to that.
No, I don't.
So don't.
Don't do
He's
it.
the
Live
rudeness,
in
tootness Australian
blissful
politician.
ignorance.
Oh,
He's from the equivalent of our deep south, which is actually our far north.
Yes.
It's just closer to the equator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, Hiker, you are up.
I may as well go for another bolt.
Do it. The one that you targeted previously obviously is cooked.
Dead.
So there is one that is being fought by, I say fought, Lucian attempted to fight it, didn't quite go so well. And there's the other one that just received a crossbow bolt from Ulrich.
I'll shoot the one that's engaged with the Lucy.
Do it. There's the number. There's the number. That's a big number.
I'll target both of them then.
Yikes. Yikes, everyone. That is 16 damage, ignoring armor.
Nice.
Holy crap.
So, yep, that cooks both of them.
You'll love to see it.
You do love to see it.
There's so much shadow to enhance my powers down here.
Marvellous. Well, your encounter with the goblins has ended. Hiker is called to... you are a last cannon. You've called to the greater powers of Ulgu and summoned the shadows out of the void to blast these
You could
goblins.
say you've sent them to the Shadow Realm.
You could say you've sent them to the Shadow Realm. You've sent them back to the not fiery chasm from whence they came.
Duel. Yeah. Excellent.
Cool. We'll get rid of that nonsense. So,
Dueling here.
Is everyone okay?
Hey?
I'm great.
Good. Excellent. And how about you? What's the dwarf nerd's name?
Yoda.
Yoda.
I'm
You're
alright.
safe. Excellent.
A little bit, No, not Yoda. Yoda.
Okay,
you
I
fucking-
am.
Oh, you fucking Yoda. Yeah, fucking, yeah.
Nice.
Amazing.
Don't feel bad for the goblins. They had it coming. They were a plot device.
And they had
They were asking for it.
They were asking for it, dressed like that in a place like this.
I'm gonna victim blame the goblins.
Oh, no.
All right.
Yeah, that was quite something. But no, I'm alright. I'm alright. Can you check them for loot? Well, one of them got sent into the void. The other three are sort of slightly smoking remains. But by all means, yeah, not the first one. By all means, if you would like to search them for loot, you can. Make for
I
me,
like
please.
to think. Oh, sorry, you go.
Make for me, please, a challenging perception test.
I like to think that like all the color has drained from their skin, and they're just like black and white.
Nice.
Ooh,
Like
I like
monochrome,
that.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's cool.
Okay, that's headcanon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
nice.
Never mind. Yeah, that's fair.
So, do we keep going? Do we keep going this way? Do we think this will lead to more of these greenskins down this tunnel, like going round this hexagon into the following them, or is there another path off that we've missed in the kerfuffle?
Yeah, so the exit, I should say, that you spotted from when you entered, you have run past that in your eagerness to engage the goblins. So you can continue the path along into and follow the hexagon round to, I guess, where that rock slide was, or you can double back on yourself and go through the exit.
Yeah. Okay. What do we think, people?
So, sorry, is there no way out of here except for the way we came, or
No, so there is, when you entered, there was an exit directly opposite you on the other side of the chasm, on the, I guess, the opposite corner of the hexagon. Where you have gotten to, again, if we're thinking of this as a hexagon, you are the next point to the right, away from where that entrance would have been.
Yeah. So I'm still probably closer to the exit myself.
You would be, yes.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna wait for everyone to come back over. And then if they're not, then I guess I'll head over. But I'm assuming people are gonna come towards the exit.
I guess I'll come towards
Yeah.
the exit. No worries.
I'll sort of regroup in a middle, a middle spot with everyone. But
Yeah.
I'm not sure which way we want to go. Like, do we want to try and keep going further around to where the goblins were, or do we want to chase them, or do we want to go to, the logical exit?
Can we consult with Yoda on this?
So, Luke, the map is
Yeah.
the map is not where you are. Yeah, there's very much theatre of the mind. This is the Ben couldn't be bothered making 9 different dungeon maps for one for one encounter. So I thought, why not? We'll just play it like they did of old, all in your head.
That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound. Yeah. Can we ask Yoda what he reckons, or if he's
Yoda, let's see. Yoda probably needs to make a cool test. This is the most excitement he's experienced in any given time.
Most of all time.
potentially his entire life.
Let us make Yoda make a cool test. Yoda, 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 Yoda.
Oh, Yoda.
You gotta, Yoda.
Yeah, gotta.
You gotta. Alright, let us go. Actually, no, it won't be challenging. Let's make it an average cool test. Let's not make him completely invalided out already. Cool. Okay. Alright, Yoda's like, I don't remember. I just need a moment, if you don't mind. Just need a moment just to gather my wits.
Right, well, we haven't really got a moment, Yoda. Come on! I'm gonna grab him and start moving towards the... not where we came from, but down where the goblins were.
Sure.
Yeah.
Make me please an intimidate check. It'll be average.
Yeah. Ooh, okay.
Nice.
Son of a fucking bitch.
Nice. It's impressive
Against a
that you managed to fail that,
73.
considering that you've got a 73.
Yeah! Got 10 advances in that.
Cool. Fortunately for you, his composure is already a bit fractured, so your failure goes unnoticed by his already frail mind. So you've dragged them off towards where the goblins were. Alright, is anyone bringing a light with you, or are you wandering off into the gloom by yourselves?
I'll swap mine back to like just the normal lantern
Yep.
and start following.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll
Just make-
shutter mine a bit,
And,
but
and
follow on.
Yeah, I'm
Just
gonna
to
put mine back
clarify.
down to like.
just to clarify,
Dim.
we also wouldn't have needed that because we're both dwarves and we have night vision. It allows us to see
And not holding your
much
hands.
better.
You still need light.
That's the goblin still
The
falling.
light's over there. Light's over there. We're fine. You know. Yeah.
As long as we have our lanterns lit, they don't even have to be lighting up the area that you want to go.
Exactly.
You've
Exactly.
got cat vision.
Yeah.
Alright, so you make your way around to where the goblins would have naturally come from. You can see that there's 2 entrances that appear to lead into like shop fronts or buildings built into the side of the wall.
Shop
Um,
front, eh?
I would like to check for trap.
Marvelous. Roll for me, please. A challenging perception test. Marvelous.
Man, I'm rolling hot. What the heck?
Rolling hot tonight.
I'm gonna use it all up before we get attacked by Black Orcs. And then die.
If you keep saying you're gonna get attacked by Black Orcs, I might have to attack you with Black Orcs. Like,
No, please don't. I'll stop.
I'm scared.
Yeah,
I'm scared
yeah.
now.
like you're just tempting fate.
Yeah, I know.
Cool. Alright. The first room that you poke your head into seems very, well, not dissimilar to the other couple of rooms that you have already looked into in this sort of hexagonal chamber. There is the remnants of what appears to be a business front. You can't really tell what it was. It has been looted. And there doesn't appear to be any signage out the front that Yoda could see. But other than that, there is no recent tracks in here, and there are no traps in this first one. The second room, or the second doorway that you walk into, just as you're about to step across the threshold, Oswald puts his hand out onto your shoulder and says, Master, I would advise caution.
I will step backwards.
And Oswald points, and if you shine your lantern, you can see that there is a very fine tripwire running across the entrance. Guys, I remembered that some of your characters have sixth sense.
Hey.
I remembered.
Hello.
No.
Oh, thank you very
It
much.
wasn't any of your characters, it was an NPC character, but I remembered.
That's even more impressive, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think I only remember because you mentioned it like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
But
what characters have it
I
again?
remembered.
The fact I remembered is the impressive part.
I wasn't even sure if that's what that one was.
You'll love to see it.
You really do.
There we go.
Alright. Can we disarm it?
Can you
Yes,
disarm?
probably not.
I mean, you could certainly just step over
Trip.
it if you're careful.
Alright.
It could be one of those double trip lines. A trip line hidden in the shadow of the other trip line.
Triple line.
I like
Yeah,
this
I'll-
dwarven music.
I'll
It's very
change-
cool.
It's not bad,
Yeah,
hey?
it's good.
Alright, just
Yeah, I'll change my lantern to beam and like shine it into the room before stepping over, just to see if I can see anything in there.
Yeah, sure. Now that it's been changed to beam, I will allow the extra success to carry across. You don't see an additional tripwire. Looks like it's just the one.
And there's like nothing in the immediate facility, like no gobos or anything.
No, not that you can see.
I'll step over
Cool.
and enter.
As you step over, the trip line, you sort of look back to see what this trap was, and it looks like it was kind of like a shield that had spikes sticking out of it that was going to swing round and face into the doorway as you tripped the wire.
Like a spring-loaded
Like a
thing.
spring-loaded sort of, board with
Yeah, I
spikes.
Yep.
A question has been
Like it's
asked
kind
of
of
the
fun.
group. How do you manage career trappings? Yeah, so for us, for the most part, I have made it that career trappings are things that are earned in the course of your changing career. Sometimes we've had it where you might have to go and do something to acquire said career trapping. Sometimes it's as simple as, say for example, when a character gets a mount as a career trapping, they've received a writ from their order or from their direct superior being like, take this to the stables and they will requisition you a horse. That sort of
Yeah,
thing.
or like when I got Oswald, he was assigned to me by the Grand Guild.
Yeah, exactly. With Hiker, with her band of thugs, they were assigned to her by the man.
No, Gehenna.
Yes, sorry, yeah, Gehenna, not Hiker.
I got my pony because I just needed to buy a pony.
Yep.
So I bought myself a pony. Yep.
Yep, that's it, yeah.
No.
You don't think you've
Yeah.
ever upgraded? No, you have started this character at this level, so... And your previous character did not level up. Yeah, that's... Yeah. Yeah, that tracks. Alright, so yeah, the second room, after you've stepped past this trap, the room appears no different than the last, with one exception being that there is a small crack in the rear wall that is large enough for, say, a goblin to pass through, but not large enough to allow any of your party members to pass through. Like, even the dwarves would be too large to pass through this crack in the wall.
Those bastards. They're defiling our perfect architecture with little holes. Disgusting.
But
Can
other
we, like,
than
try and plug it up with debris?
yeah, you may certainly make an attempt to do so. You won't need to roll for that. I will say, Ulrich, you've got Lord's geology.
Come on,
I can
guys.
make the hole bigger.
Ooh,
It might cave in the whole area or not, no.
You do have Lord Geology, you're correct, yes.
cool.
I've got a big hammer, so
Yeah, I think you've got several hammers.
I have several hammers. Yes,
Um,
I am the Warhammer 40,000.
you are
Hmm.
the
As someone who follows Sigmar Hero Hammer,
Yeah,
because Helden in German means hero, apparently.
yeah, amazing.
Wise and wisdom.
yeah. You can definitely, using the debris that's around, you can pack in the wall or the crack in the wall to stop them from coming back behind you. And if Ulrich passes a law geology test, it will determine how nicely he directs you to plug the gap.
Would that test just be average, say?
That test would just be average. Yeah.
I'm just gonna look at that hole and be like, lads! Pack it up!
Nice.
Gonna give very precise instructions.
So,
Right.
under Ulrich's guidance, you managed to, using some debris and some of the rocks from the rock slide outside, you managed to patch and plug the hole. It's not pretty, but
I'm gonna
yeah, it's done.
hack,
But it's like a
hack,
solid
hack and pound the goblin's hole with my two-handed Warhammer.
Do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'd set it for Luke because he's not here, right?
Um,
Thank you. There we
There
go.
it is.
Do it!
Yeah, as I said, I was being Luke's voice there. That was. Yeah. But the difference is I said it with reluctance.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, there was not enough gusto.
So. Yeah, cool. Okay.
But yeah, there is no further way out from this end, so you would need to head back to the exit that you passed to exit this chamber.
Alright, well, I guess we do that.
So,
Plug up that hole. No more goblins.
We have closed
Onwards
the
indeed.
goblin canal.
The Goblin Canal.
Just realised we don't have a short-term party.
I think we literally said this last time as well. Like, literally, this is the exact goal that we talked about last week as well.
Okay. Because I had left it blank, so I probably should have filled that in.
Yeah, I think that is what you were speaking about last session was
And it's
yeah,
true.
find the whole of Ulrich's family. Or
You know, I'm just going to copy and paste that into my thing. It is done. It is
It's
done.
a short term, yeah?
Yeah, short term.
Yeah.
This is into a potion.
Yeah.
My recommendation is don't drink powdered dwarf dog.
My recommendation is the exact opposite of that.
Turns a part of your body to stone.
You'll love to see it.
I love how in the background that sounds like I'm opening like a can of something, as if it's like, yeah, dwarf horn.
This is the
here we
6-hour attempt.
go. Oh dear.
Oh, so funny. Alright.
So I guess we have to go back the way we came, yeah?
Yeah, so you'll have to go back on yourself and then go back, or go through the exit that is opposite the way you entered this chamber.
Alright.
I assume being careful not to trigger the trap.
Yeah. No, I just walked
Yeah,
straight past.
I completely forgot it was there. Junk.
Yeeted into the ravine.
Monster kill.
Yes. We will, obviously step over the trap.
Cool. Okay. Alright, so you make your way back to the exit and you find, funnily enough, another ramp upwards. Now, by this point, the signs of fighting have... there's still some, but it looks like it's broken down to sort of like single combats rather than a whole sort of battle line fighting its way through.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the evidence of fighting continuing through here is diminishing.
Yeah.
So you make your way up another level. This area looks quite heavily vandalized by the orcs. There is the faces of most of the buildings along either side of this causeway have been defaced, either by having the runes themselves like chipped off. There's even evidence on one of them as you walk past it that they've tried to use crude explosives to like blow the entrance off this doorway.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Those
I-
fuckwads.
I will get you guys... Sorry, yeah?
I was going to say Ulrich's rage intensifies.
Yes.
Intensifies.
It's just rage and depression at this point. I'm just like, fuck's sake. You know? Fucking greenskins.
Greenskins,
You
am I
literally
right?
can't kill them off fast enough.
So you you continue along. It's the pathway along here is like even the road portion of the causeway, if you will, is sort of littered with debris and the remnants of fighting or of orcish waste. It's just a mess through here. So you're having to sort of quite carefully pick your way around, like collapsed walls and just rubble and debris and whatnot. So I will get you guys to make for me, please, hard perception tests.
Ah.
Hard. Those. Sorry, yeah, no, go on.
Is this a hearing-esque test?
It is not a hearing-based test, so
Oh,
I
thank
will not
God.
give you. I'll not make that even harder for you.
Okay. Somehow,
Wow.
Amazing.
but if it was a hearing-based one, wouldn't have passed.
I
Okay.
wasn't prepared for it, but hang on. Hold up a second.
All right, boys. Try the impossible test. Passes. Ah, shit.
Yes!
Oh, beautiful.
And Hiker passes it as well. Marvelous. Oswald crit fails.
Yeah.
Poor boy.
Shame. Let's see.
He looks straight into the storm lantern.
Yeah, just blinds himself. Oh.
Storm lantern. Oh.
He's got like a bit outline. All he can see is like the outline of the light
Yeah.
burned into his retinas.
Oh dear.
Anyone else rolling?
Yeah, Johanna, do you want to make a roll?
Roland
Roll
should
and
come
roll.
through in a sec.
Roll and roll.
I rolled and got a 0 fail.
Yes, I did see that, yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't seem to come through. Let me try again.
Oswald only did a challenging test, so he would have actually failed even worse.
Yeah,
It's still a crit
it
fail.
didn't give me the option.
Did it not?
No, it just went straight to like target bonus and
There
then
we go.
success level bonus. It wouldn't put the
That's odd.
difficulty in.
I wonder. Let me see if it's a thing that I've missed. I don't think so. I've given you control over him. Query difficulty on. Query bonuses on. Should be right. Just
Yeah,
eyeball on
weird.
it. Yeah, alright. So the two of you who succeeded, as you are making your way through this sort of three of you that succeeded. No,
Ooh.
that's not a success, Luke. Sorry, it was supposed to be a hard test, not a challenging test. Sorry to shoot you down in flames. The first successful roll you make all sessions.
Love to see it.
That's it.
All right, so you make your way. So yeah, you're picking your way through all of this debris, and as Yoda and Wolfgang are about to step past a particularly large piece of debris, who was it who got +1? It was Hiker. Hiker is going to put both arms out and stop them.
Oh.
There's a trap there, I believe.
And Ulrich will have also spotted this and will be, sort of mentioning to the others to sort of tread lightly.
Aye, there's something there.
So there is.
Can any of us identify what it is, or is it just like there's something there? Thing?
Now that you have identified that there is something there, I will allow you to make further perception tests. This time it will be challenging because you now are aware that there is something in front of you.
There's something there. I don't quite know what it is, but there's something there. I think I might know what it is now.
But we can make them now, sorry, you said?
Yes, yeah. Now that it's been identified to you,
challenging now?
Yeah. Yeah, now that it's been identified to you that there is something there. Nice.
Very nice.
Johanna, before you make your roll, if you want it to be a scent-based roll, I will say that you can make an average test.
What difficulty? Oh,
Marvelous. All right.
iron nose hair.
So, Ulrich, you can see what appears to be a very well concealed, because you only just sort of saw that it was there. Piece of sort of what's the term I'm looking for? Like a oilcloth type thing that they use for like covering wagons and whatnot.
Yep.
It's been stretched, taut over something, you're not sure what, and it's been covered very gently with like a light sprinkling of like grit and dust and whatnot to make it look like it's a part of the natural cave floor.
I see.
Gehenna, you can smell. You know how if you're in like a cave or something, there's like a sort of like a musty emptiness?
Yeah.
You can smell that emanating from it directly in front of you. Like in the direction that they've said there's something there, you can smell the sort of space. Or the lack of something.
Doesn't smell like there's anything there.
Interesting. Can I examine further the strange little camouflage wire setup and see where it leads?
Sure. Yep. So you step off the track and you sort of start working your way around the sort of periphery of this this oilskin cloth that's been stretched over something. It probably reaches about 10 feet across, all told. And it looks like it's literally just being held down with a couple of larger pieces of debris. Like there's nothing else sort of holding it in place. It's not attached to anything. There's just been like a couple of slightly larger pieces of broken masonry that sort of holding, like pinning it in place.
Fixed it.
Fixed it?
Yep.
Marvelous.
I had to go into the attributes and abilities, and then I found difficulty query, and it was blank. So I just copied it from my character sheet and put it into that, and it worked.
Brilliant. Good to know.
I'm just going to stop moving, right? Like until people have worked out what's going on, basically.
Yeah.
I'm not going to keep. I'm just going to like bluster into a trap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Agreed. I'm doing the same. Like, we don't have the best vision in here either.
Yeah.
Is it concealing an entrance?
That'd be a good question. Are there any goblin-sized holes near whatever it's trying to hide?
Well, feel free to cast your lanterns around and see if you can spot anything.
I'll just shoo-whip with my storm lantern.
Look, there are entrances to the various different dwellings that are lining the sides. Some of them have, as I said, been caved in or destroyed, but there are still some viable entrances. So obviously, any creature of medium size or smaller can fit through those. But there doesn't appear to be any more of the sort of like crack-like goblin holes that you just spotted in the previous cabin.
Just trying to visualize. Is it just a tripwire, and where were we sensing the void?
So it's not a tripwire. It's like a tarp almost has been pulled taut across something. And
then is it in the path in front of us, or is it to the side?
Yeah, in front of you.
So, what have I got on me?
Hey, how about you all step back and I'll pull off whatever this tarp may be hiding.
Alrighty.
Allow me to bless you with Sigmar's protection before you do so.
I roll my eyes and then go, "Aye, all right, go on, get on with it." Aye.
That's what I thought.
Like, I'll accept it because I would like the buff.
Oh, you ridicule me all you want, but you won't accept Sigma. Oh, all right, whatever.
And you just got Ultra Sigma'd.
I know, I really did.
Yeah. Though ironically, protection doesn't really help you in this instance, but
No.
Yeah.
But the words
the
cut me.
lore, the role play,
The deep, rich resonance
the
that comes.
the motivation.
Oh, absolutely. It
One could even
imbues me with
argue.
a sense of like fullness and well-being. You know.
Yeah, the mechanical motivation that I'm adhering to there.
Yeah.
I see what you're aiming at there, Alex.
I don't know what you're talking about. But no, I make it last for long. In fact, I'm going to use that to expand that to like everyone
Yep, sure.
because my extra success level. So I'm going to use it to expand the range and duration.
Sure, sounds good. So everyone in the party feels... what's the protection do again? It gives you...
So it's actually enemies must make an average willpower test to attack your target as shame wells within for considering violence. If they fail, they must choose a different target or a different action.
Right, okay. Well, for roleplay
I guess
purposes.
Yeah, and I guess because blessings are meant to be subtle, they're not meant to be obvious like miracles. So everyone might just feel a little bit, you know, more comfortable or whatever.
I feel like someone
That's
is
pretty
watching over...
crazy in a combat though if you got that roll and could put it on the whole party.
Oh, that'd be insane in combat. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be huge. Was my praise on 70? So that's like your spells on 72 or whatever. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. So what is it that you're trying to do, Ulrich? Are you going to like try and pull the cloth away, or are you wanting to like throw something onto it to try and like trigger it?
Like the
No. So I want to pull the cloth away and just like back off once I do it.
Sure. All right. You find very gingerly, sort of like find an edge to get your fingers under. Get a firm grip and give it a good old tug. And step back as you do so. And in front of you is revealed a pit.
There you go.
Wow, that music could not have been better times, could it?
So how like it was great.
Yeah, it's just like, oh.
Drums in the deep.
Mm.
A pit. It appears, as I said, it's about 10 foot wide. If you were to shine a torch down into it, you can see that it is relatively deep, probably about 7 or 8 foot deep. And at the bottom of it is a bunch of no, not that. A bunch of sharpened stakes facing upwards.
There you go. There you go. Those fucking assholes. They knew what I wanted, and they set a trap for me.
You'll love to see it.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare use my own voice against me.
So can we just like go
Do it.
around this? Or is it blocking a
I'll have
path?
to go through it.
No, there is definitely room to get around it. Like it's going to be a bit more like difficult terrain, for lack of a better term, because the this was the clearest path through. So you'll have to climb over some rubble and debris. There's a chance that you might, injure yourself by slipping or tripping or whatnot. But yeah, you can definitely make your way around this.
On the west side. Alright, well, I suppose that's the best course of action.
Time to move around. Let's go around and then continue forward.
And
Cool.
go up, shove down.
Alright, because this is somewhat more difficult terrain, I'll get you guys to make for me. I'm gonna say challenging dexterity tests.
Ooh, my best stat.
Woo!
Oh, great, I don't have some fingers.
Oh,
Oh.
I'm fine in these dwarven halls.
Oh boy.
Yes, Luke. Why do you have a neg 10 to all my stats? I'm going to boldly assume you were fatigued. Oh yeah, you know what? You were fatigued. It is the after effects of that horrible mushroom that you ate. But that has
You know what?
subsequently
No.
passed by now, so that should have gone.
Seeing a point on that, I'm not having it. Not falling in a pit today.
Nice.
Hey, that 10, like not the number of fingers I have.
Can Oswald spend fortune and stuff?
Yeah,
Alright, he's going to spend 1 to make his a marginal success.
sure. Sounds good.
And I'm just going to stick with my impressive failure. Because it sounds about right.
It does sound about right. Right, Luke, yeah, I feel like you were trying to tell me something. How do I remove this modifier? Does Daddy have to fix it for you?
Papa,
God.
Papa, I wish to be fixed.
It's fine.
Papa, please. Papa,
Do
make the negative 10 go away, Papa. Please, I beg of you.
Could stop this at any time.
I just wish to live. Free of negative modifiers.
Alright, I fixed it. That's quite enough of that.
Papa, I've grown more powerful than you could ever imagine. What do you mean you struck? Oh, Jesus.
Right, I fixed it, Luke, so you should be better now. Try doing your, dexterity. No fucking shrugs. Just like, yeah, no worries. A 2. He just, like, backflips over the rubble.
Jesus.
He's just like, parkour!
You'd have been fine with the neg 10 anyway. I don't know what you're complaining about.
Whisk your noise. Alright. So that was a Johanna success, a Lucian success, an Oswald success, and a Ulrich success.
Hell, correct.
Cool. Those of you who failed, I'm going to say that you will...
Why do I say alley-oop in a Scottish accent?
Exactly.
Oh,
right.
yep.
That,
Oh, you?
Alley-oop!
let's see. I'm going to quickly have a look at... Okay, I will say... Can I get those of you who failed to roll me, please, a d20?
Oh no.
Yeah.
11 and an 18. Great. Cool. You both twist your ankles. For the next... 4 minutes, you will have a -10 to your agility tests.
Okay.
Nothing too drastic.
I'll live with that.
I should never have said that I was a daddy to fix things. This has started something that I don't really enjoy.
You've created a monster.
I have created a monster. I should
You've
never
done
have.
this.
I should never have allowed Luke to have that control. Have that power. Alright. You manage to circumnavigate the hole in the ground and make your way back to the path with very little incident. The entrances on either side are still available for you to have a look at if you wish. Otherwise, the exit to this hall is in front of you, and you may continue up further.
I'm happy.
Go forward.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Mhm.
Onwards and upwards.
Onwards and upwards.
Literally.
Quite. Alright. You make your way up further. By this point in time, hiker, there are no longer any signs of struggle. There is only signs of goblin footprints running up.
Yeah. Alright. I guess I don't know how to like. I would be wanting to look for stuff like as we go.
Yeah.
Traps and stuff. Even if that means we have to move a little slower.
Alright. Well, you make your way up to a this new level, and this one appears to have some sort of watercourse running through the center of it. Like it's split widthways by I guess a channel, if you will. And there is there's evidence of there having been 3 bridges across this channel, but all 3 of them have been destroyed.
Were they stone bridges?
There were stone bridges.
It's a shame.
I know I have to say it, but I don't want to say it.
Do it.
Those bastards! Ruining my home. Destroying my bridges. If I could kill them all, I would. Okay, so if there's no bridges, is there any other way across?
Well, make me please challenging perception tests.
Unfortunately, I don't have Bridge of Tarnus.
No.
I only have Pit of Tarnus.
Pit of Tarnus. Isn't there one that you can do that teleports?
Yes.
I was going to say, there is a teleporting spell for Orville, isn't there?
Yeah. But it only teleports me, so...
That's not terribly useful. Nick is perceiving time and space, clearly, with a 2.
I'm a fucking dwarf, you know? I'm an absolute fucking dwarf. What can I say other than dwarf?
My ankle's hurting me greatly.
Or as Wolfgang's just like weaving out.
Yeah.
I'm making Oswald prop me up.
Yeah. Alright. That is Ulrich and Wolfgang who have passed. Does Johanna want to make a perception test?
Johanna might. Let's take a look.
But does Steph want to make a test?
That's true. Does Steph want to make a perception test?
Might. We'll just have to find out. Don't want to anymore.
No, not feeling it.
Decided not to.
All right. So Wolfgang and Ulrich, you can see on this side of the hall that there is quite a large amount of debris. So you could potentially move the debris to sort of dam the channel and use that as a means of getting across. But it would require a lot of work. It would not be quiet, and it would take time.
How deep and fast running is the water?
So you'll move up to it and have a look with your 0 perception. You can see that it appears to be moving relatively swiftly, but you cannot gauge its depth.
Yeah.
The channel sides appear to be like there's a from where you are, it drops down into the channel, so it's probably about I want to say 4 foot deep to where the water level is, but you don't know how deep it is.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of work as well, which is great. There's seriously no other way around, or nothing that we can utilize here, I guess, other than...
Well, I mean, we haven't seen it if there is.
Yeah.
That's the problem with being shit.
There is a group teleport.
There is a group teleport.
It's in the Windsor Magic book. There's Bridge of Shadows. How appropriately
There it
named.
is.
Unfortunately, I haven't. Oh, that's a fly spell.
Nice.
I wonder... Hang on, let me just have a quick look in my inventory. Whoops, I just clicked the wrong thing. Whoopsie daisy. Okay, so if I've got...
You just subtly reminding us that you have night vision.
Oh, what? Did I? Oh, I didn't mean to... Sorry, I didn't mean to click that. Okay, I've got fuck all that can help here. I guess we can block it. I guess. Might be the only way.
Once I've had time to rest my
good
sprained
stuff.
ankle.
Oh, that's good
Unless that's
content.
good to go now.
Yes, that would definitely be fine.
Okay. Well then, I will once again pray for strength,
Oh!
which is received.
Loves it.
I'm going to put that on myself.
Yep.
Because I'm praying for myself for strength, and so I'm just going to start carrying big rocks and dropping them into the stream. And I'm not really being quiet or subtle or anything. It's just like put shield and hammer down, pick up the heavy thing, walk it to the water, drop it in.
Yep.
And Stefano, I am channeling Sam.
Yep.
Can I, in true dwarf fashion, refusing to be one-upped, also start just trying to put even bigger rocks into the water?
Sure. Make for me, please, a average strength test.
Average strength. Oh god, this is going to be bad. Oh, fuck.
How wide is the river?
It's not that. It's not a river as such. It's more like a channel.
Mm.
It's not that wide, really. It's probably only about maybe 6 foot across.
And how wide are the sides? Where we're standing is quite wide.
Yes. It's so yeah. The hallway or the chamber or cavern, however you want to describe it, is probably about it's 100 foot to from one building facade to the other, widthwise, and the whole length of this hallway is, I don't know, several hundred feet in length. This channel's cut sort of bisects it through the middle. widthways.
Well, I'll see if this works. The stone thing. I was thinking I could just cast Pit in front of the flow of the water. And it would just start filling up with water, but the other side would dry out. Might not dry out quick enough in 4 turns, though.
Probably not. Alright. So, Alex, with your crit success, I was just going to assume that you succeeded.
Oh, just let me do it. Okay, fair enough. That's nice.
So, Lucian's a fairly, strapping young man. He is into the sort of more delicate ways of life, being that he is an apothecary. But he spent life in the far north. He's a broad-shouldered youth. So it makes sense.
Broad-shouldered youth?
Broad-shouldered, yeah.
A broad-shouldered youth?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So
never heard of broad-shouldered youth, but go on.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, look at that.
Oh
There
my
he
god!
is.
That's
I
some
was gonna-
fucking shoulders.
Kegs
I was
lost.
gonna be like, Oswald, go give him a hand, and then I rolled.
He just flexes and his shirt just bursts off him.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot that
I
he
shall
was.
do as you wish. Oh my
I
god.
kind of almost want him to be a little bit himbo. Just a little bit himbo. Alright, so Oswald he just moves through. Oswald, Lucian and Wolfgang start moving debris and rocks into the channel.
I almost want to just make him a Gur mage somehow.
If that were acceptable, then
Yeah.
I would allow it, but it's not.
No, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work that way, sadly.
I just have to get myself killed and then take over Oswald and become a Gur mage.
That's it.
Before he
Then
starts
cast
learning
Punch
colour
on every-
magic, quick.
Yeah. I cast Punch.
Alright, time passes. Let's say, after about half an hour, you have gotten a decent amount of rocks into this channel. Probably, it's stopped the vast majority of the water flowing through. It's not completely dammed the water, but you could definitely stand on the rocks that you've put into the water and use that as a means of getting across. As I said, the actual sides of the channel are only about 4 foot high above the water level, so the taller characters would be quite easily be able to boost themselves out of the other side, and then be able to assist the shorter characters.
This
on
is
the
fucking
other
racist
side.
and you know it. You fucking know it. You know this is racism at its finest, young man.
This river is racist.
This river is fucking racist.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Oh, that's good content.
Oh, yeah. Alright.
Oh, wait, yeah.
After dropping that line, I'll be back in a mo.
Can Oswald just carry me at this point? Like, to be honest, given his fucking strength.
Troll.
He just throws you across.
My deepest apologies, Master Dwarf. Oh, fuck.
You're just gonna ride him like a Yoshi.
I mean, look, if it gets the job done, so be it. I mean, it doesn't really line up with my motivation of prove your worth, but you know what?
No.
If it gets the job done...
It's proving Oswald's worth, though. You're enjoying that.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's not my worth, is it?
Oswald is showing his worth to you.
And equip him like a mount.
Maybe it's my worth in how well I can just hold on to his straggly little hairs, you know.
Alright, so what's the intention? Are you going to lower yourself down onto the rocks, make your way across, climbing out the other side, and then have the taller characters assist the shorter ones with getting out on the other end?
Yeah, I reckon that's
Yeah.
that's the play. Yeah.
I'll
I think that's the play.
take off my robe and bundle it up and hold my staff and robe above the water.
Sure. Like the water's not deep. Like the rocks are kind of just slightly submerged above water level, or just slightly below water level, I should say.
Okay.
So like you can walk across them. The water is not like now that it's been mostly dammed. It's not flowing so fast that it's going to knock you off the rocks. It's going to be slippery.
Yeah. Can,
But if you're careful, you should be fine.
can whoever goes across first also take one end of my rope, and we can use that to balance ourselves on the way over?
Now we're thinking with portals, everyone.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oswald, grab the end of the rope and go across first, please.
Go, madame. Just,
Sure, master. If that's your you will.
I mean,
Alright.
you've proven yourself with the rocks.
All right.
Rock and
Make
stone, everybody. Rock and stone.
rock and stone. Make
stone.
Oswald is make a challenging agility test as they attempt to cross over these damp rocks.
Hey.
Loves it.
Oswald!
Big result. All right, Oswald gingerly and carefully makes his way across the rocks, holding the rope in one hand.
No, I don't like him anymore, eh?
Your apprentice
He's
is
showing
showing
off
up.
too much for
Music
an Ulgu mage. Yes, I did notice that.
So makes his way across the other side, holding the rope, boosts himself up on the other side. So now he is standing on one side, holding the rope, and the rope is sort of dangling down into the channel so that you can use it as a handhold.
I mean, he needs to learn to, like, just blend into the background. He's still a learning shadow mage. I'll go next.
Why?
I'll just ignore that comment.
You'll love to see it.
So yeah, I'll head across next.
Yep, sure. So it will be an average agility test because you've now got this handhold to make it a bit easier. Great.
Ooh,
You make it across.
thanks for that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have.
Yeah, you make it across. As does Lucian.
Who's next?
I'll go
Armor
next.
boy.
Actually, no, let Armor Boy go first. That'll be really funny.
I'll go next. Oh, is this a dexterity?
Agility.
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 Average.
Oh, good.
Hold on to that rope.
Yeah.
Oh, for God's sake.
Yeah.
Alright, you slip
Credit card.
on the rocks. You land, fortunately, on the, I guess the opposite side of the dam, if you will. So the water has dropped significantly on this side.
Yep.
You're wet, you're sort of submerged up to about your waist.
Yep.
I'll go over and try and, like, I'll hold my buff or something to assist him getting out.
Yep.
I'm not very strong, but it's something.
Alright, in this case, Alex, it will be a challenging strength test to pull yourself up. And it will be... Okay, I was going to say, it will be opposed by Hiker as well. So Hiker, I also need you to make a challenging strength test.
Opposed makes it sound like you're just pushing him gently back into the water.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing,
No.
apparently.
Oh no. Oh dear.
I'm very weak. I'm weak, Anakin. hope I
So
don't
that's an
get pulled
opposed
in.
test. We both. I technically win the opposed
You
test.
do technically win
But
the
I
opposed
still
test,
fail.
but you still fail. Yes.
Yeah.
So you are still in the water. You've not been able to pull yourself up. Would anyone else like to attempt to cross and provide assistance?
I'll give it a go, lad. As I grab the rope.
Cool. So
Let's
an
go
average
with it.
agility test.
Now, look, I'm just warning you all. My agility ain't great.
Yep.
Were you
Can I
holding
ask-
the rope on the other side?
Well, whatever was holding the rope is now holding it. Is all I can say to that question. Who's still on the other side?
Currently,
Johanna.
Johanna.
Okay, so Johanna can hold it because she's probably good on wet rocks. You know, she's a pirate. Oh, for fuck's sake!
Yeah, sure.
Cool. Ulrich also falls down on the far side of the rocks and lands next to Wolfgang. The water is up to your chest.
Yeah, this fucking water lassie.
Alright.
Johanna, you are the last to cross.
Yep. Let's see how we go. So we're talking
Average
agility.
agility test.
Alright.
She does sound confident. Oh god. Now I understand why the music is playing like this.
Alright,
I just stood up and started channeling.
go. For no apparent reason.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Well, it
summon a
is
shadow
water, isn't it?
seed.
It's a channel.
Hang on.
Channeling.
I get it, it's good.
Yeah,
Johanna, you also fall into the water. So you are on the far side, along with Ulrich and Wolfgang. The water is just past your waist.
Oswald and I'm assuming Lucian are probably going to go over and try and help.
Yep, so if you guys would like to make opposed strength tests with whoever you would like to assist out.
I want Oswald to help me out. Like,
Yeah, I think Oswald actually would help you out, since you're from Middenland as well.
yeah.
You're wearing armor, so he'd obviously want to pick the guy with the heaviest. You know. I mean, that kind of makes sense, right?
Use up of all of his strength.
Oh god.
Why not use a fortune on him?
I was just gonna say, does Oswald have any like talents where it's like you can reverse a roll if it's gonna mean it succeeds?
Don't think so. He has lightning reflexes.
I think that just adds to his agility or dexterity or something.
Yeah, and very strong.
Very
same
strong.
thing.
Yes. So no.
I don't think he has anything.
No.
Yeah. No. I got a marginal on the reroll.
Yeah. You did not help Johanna.
That was.
No, I know.
Oswald
I
trying
was
to
reading
help.
Luke's.
Ah,
message
okay.
there. Alright, so Wolfgang, your neg 1 sort of cancels out. With
Yeah, I got
with your +1 and the neg 1, you basically cancel each other out. So I would say
Yeah.
with a bit of a struggle, Wolfgang is able to claw his way up out of the channel.
Yeah, I reckon I'd take a fatigue condition.
Yeah. And that will last.
I did fuck up, like.
Yeah, and that will
I
last
lost my
for
channel.
7 minutes.
Cool. Okay. I'm gonna try and help people out as well.
Yep. So it'll be
Yeah.
a neg 10 obviously to your
Yeah.
strength
yeah.
test here.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna.
Who's- who
well, I
am
was
I
gonna say if
helping out?
you're doing an assist
Oh, right.
with Oswald, it actually means that it'll be +20 because you are doing. Or will it? Does Oswald have any advances in strength?
No, he does not.
He does not. Okay. Then it will. Yeah, it'll be as you've done it there, so it'll just be difficult.
I think. Yeah, he's only got like 4 advances in int and 2 advances in willpower, and that's it.
Okay, cool. Because yes, you do actually have
Refresh
to have training in a skill if you want to provide assistance.
Assist. Yeah.
All right. Whoever Wolfgang was attempting to assist would need to make a challenging strength test.
And I guess Oswald will try and help out Ulrich.
Yep. So I'm going to assume it's Johanna that is needing to make a challenging strength test for against Wolfgang's.
Yes, sure.
Marvelous. Alright, despite Wolfgang's tired arms, he provides enough assistance to help Johanna out of the channel. Now it is only Ulrich who is stuck in the channel.
Come on, buddy. Oh, fuck.
Not like that. Not like that.
Not like that. No, not like this. Not like this.
Oswald passed
This. Not
Ulrich
like
the
this.
rope, and Ulrich, tie that around you.
I will immediately try to tie it around me.
And then let's all
Wait,
grab the
hang
other
on.
end.
At the risk of gimping myself, do I have to make a perception check to hear that?
To hear the rope, or the call down to you.
Me.
Yeah, call down to
you
me.
know what? Yeah, I'll make it just difficult, I think, rather than... Because, like, you're obviously trying to see your companions. You might at least be able to piece together what they're saying through lip reading alone.
Okay.
So let's say it's a difficult perception test.
A cheeky neg 10.
A cheeky neg 10.
Oh, fucked.
So when I get a blank look at my face, I will like mime a belt.
I'll just look deeply confused. Just grab the rope and be like, what the fuck? A fucking water!
I just face palm.
Well, we've got one person pulling.
Flung out a hand and grabbed onto the rope
Yeah.
and just
Yeah.
heaved as much as I can.
Alright.
Damn.
Excellent. That is... Yeah. With that, you're succeeding in... you succeed in pulling... Oh, I can know. Oh, I can
I
know.
just get
Hiker.
I get a wicked rope burn
Obviously,
as I
Hiker,
like fall back.
Hiker pushes the tug of war into the water and be like,
Alright, you manage to pull Ulrich out of the channel.
thank God. Oh.
So, the three of you who fell in are damp. Somewhat. But otherwise unharmed.
Yay!
Alright. Let's keep going.
Smell better than you have in weeks, Ulrich.
I give her
Finally had a
look.
bath.
I look at her confused and say, Lassie, what are you trying to say here? You're saying I haven't smelt the same as the mountains? As the crisp, fresh water washed over me, Lassie? Is that what you're saying?
Something like that.
Alright, Lassie. Alright. I give her like a look and then keep going.
Alrighty. So, you continue. You continue through this hallway and up another ramp.
And I point at Lucian and agree with what he said.
So you you make your way into a significantly older and dustier wing of this hold. Yoda at this point chimes up and says, "Hey, look, can you see the change in the architecture? Now we're getting into the proper old section of the hold."
Can I actually see the change?
Anyone who doesn't have Lord Dwarves or isn't a Dwarf Weeb will need to make a difficult perception test to see if... Oh, sorry, a difficult evaluate test to see if you can determine if you can see the changes. The two of you who are either a Dwarf or a Dwarf Weeb, you can make average evaluate or lore dwarfs tests to be able to determine the change in the architecture.
Just
Nice.
a flat law. What was that? Sorry.
Lore dwarves, if you know it,
Yeah.
or
I don't.
evaluate.
Given
I can see the more natural cut in the rock. It's not as square. Or in the stone, I should say.
I'm from a completely different
Challenging,
place.
sorry, Ben.
No, average.
Average.
From a totally different place, so I'm just like, hey, yes, the
Yeah,
Nuance.
absolutely. I know
Hey.
what you mean. Yep.
hey, it's the ridge, you know, that bloody, you know, it's more hemisphere.
Hey, you've got a good eye there, Madam Johanna. Madam Hiker. You've spotted that nicely. Not many humans are known for spotting changes in dwarven architecture.
Yeah, I haven't noticed it previously, but I know something about this just stands out more. It's interesting.
He starts going into a long diatribe about the old-fashioned methods of stone crafting until the dwarven soldier who was accompanying you sort of elbows him in the ribs and says, "Laddie, quit your waffling."
Yes, the first half was interesting, and then it kind of got a bit like drony.
So
Anyway, shall we press on?
press on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there? Can I check for any goblin tracks in this area?
Sure. Make for me, please, a average perception test. You know what you're looking for now, so
That's not great.
that's not great. No. No, you do not. You do not see any goblin tracks. You, however, see that there are no goblin tracks here.
Ooh.
I confer that with everyone. So no, I'm pretty certain there aren't any. See, the floor is clearer.
Lucian is too busy looking at a pillar and being like, "I can't see any tracks on this."
I'll take your word, Mr. War Priest.
So, as mentioned, this hallway is older in its architectural style. Yoda has started pointing out, "Hey, I think we might be getting close. Look, there's clan names above some of the doorways."
I'll very excitedly just kind of go, ooh, are any of them mine, lad?
Can I have a look at them and see if any of them match the runes he drew out for me earlier?
Sure. Make for me, please, a difficult perception test.
I'll be using like the beam of the light, but I'm assuming the difficulty is more for like trying to match
Correct.
it.
Yeah. Bye.
Oh my god.
Bye, Haplo. It's been fun.
Be off.
He's off early.
So long. Fairly well.
No. Sadly, the
I might actually re-roll that.
Okay. Pop a fortune.
Why not? My chances are low. Oh baby!
Oh. Toasty.
And then no, none of them.
No, so you... The first couple of holes that you see, they're dwarvish runes. You can't read them.
No.
And as you get further and further into this hallway, the rooms appear to be getting, or the buildings appear to be getting older and older and more decrepit. And eventually, right towards the end, you do spot one that has the same markings as Yoda has written down for you.
Are we like all separated in this like big hall at the moment?
I would think so. I think you're all sort of like looking
Yeah,
around.
I'll start like flashing my beam lantern, like closing it and opening it in the direction like of where we came, where
Yeah.
I think the rest of the party is, to get their attention. I don't want to go yelling.
Yeah, none of you are sight challenged, so you are able to spot the flashing light and make your way towards Hiker.
Yeah, I'll absolutely head over to Hiker.
What stands before you is a door. Now, all of the other buildings you've passed so far have not had doors in their doorways. The doors have either rotted away with age or have been removed. There is a door here.
Greatest enemy.
Mm.
Is it locked?
Now, this is unlike any other door that you have seen before. There doesn't appear to be a handle. It appears to have several like grooves and channels cut into the surface of it.
There's
Ulrich,
no obvious way to open it.
no, Ulrich, if you make for me please an average law dwarves test, you might be able to work out what this is.
Yeah, I got it.
You do got it. This is a dwarven puzzle door.
Ah, hey.
Nice.
These are usually only ever installed in to guard either precious treasures or
Oh yes.
maybe used to sort of block off like secret entrances into holds. You find it a bit interesting that there is a dwarven puzzle door on the entrance to the Bryntok hold, but there is one. What you would know with an impressive success is that they are not necessarily hard to crack if you have the patience.
Is it like one of those, like you gotta, there's moving parts so you gotta put in a specific order, or is it like...
certainly.
Yeah.
And like there's like sections that have to be moved and rearranged to unlock the door, and there's also like a specific order that it must be done in as well.
But it's kind of like an inconvenience thing where it's like you can get it eventually,
Yeah.
but
It'll take
a while
time.
to get. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything on the door itself or the nearby walls that could be a clue as to what the solution might be? Like you know how you hide your key under like the mat or in a pot plant or something?
Sure.
Something like that.
Make for me a difficult perception test.
While he's doing that, can I look at the like all the plates and stuff that need to be moved and see if I can figure out like what the shape needs to be?
Yep. Okay. Make for me a hard intelligence test.
I'm just looking around like I'm in a fucking escape room at this point.
Yeah. You have no clue what's going on.
Wait. No. No.
I'll make that a marginal success.
All right. You work out what the shape should be just by, it looks like when you sort of backtrack some of them, you realise that the door had already actually been partly solved. So it looked more confusing than it actually was. So you start rearranging some stuff, and eventually you're like, okay, I think I know how this should work, and you start moving pieces into the correct order. And when you move the final piece into place, there is a click and a low grinding noise, and the door moves in and slides to the side.
Very cool.
Nice.
A classic puzzle.
Yeah.
I might, I like stop and like rub my temples for a bit because I've been like concentrating pretty hard.
Alright, it's loot goblin time. As the loot goblin's kind of come rubbing out of there. Alright, guys, you have found the ancient Bryntok hold.
Yes.
Where's it gone?
Sir Dwarf, and I bow and point towards.
There it is.
Yes! You'll love to see it.
This is literally everything we've wanted. I would like to slowly enter in a very movie-esque fashion, where it's like you open the door, and the lights behind you, and like you see the rays coming through, and then you're looking around, you're like,
Yeah. I'm imagining that scene in National Treasure where Nick Cage walks in and the light shines around and all of the treasure is revealed. Except there appears to be no treasure in here. You enter into this hold and it is full of dust. There appears to have been... it doesn't appear to have been looted, but it does appear to have been emptied out quickly.
Is there like furniture or anything like that in here?
Yep.
Yeah. Any sort of bookcases or tablets or anything like that?
Make for me, please, an average perception test. I'll get all of you to make average perception tests. You're hunting now for stuff, for evidence as to what happened to Clan Bryntok.
Let's find
Sorry,
out.
challenging or average?
Average.
I'll turn my lantern onto like max volume.
Maximum searching.
Maximum
mode.
volume.
Yeah, maximum light volume.
that
Yeah.
lantern to scan.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Cool. Alright. So that is...
Set my faces to stunning.
Couple of impressive successes. Cool. Alright. Wolfgang
Too busy
is
weaving
kind
out.
of... Is far too busy weaving out. Like, this was his whole thing. He wanted to help Ulrich find his family hold and find out about his past. And he's kind of like, oh, fuck
Yeah.
and not being of any help.
That sounds about right.
100%. Yeah.
Did Ulrich make a perception test?
No,
you
no,
did not.
Percepto.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm useless. I'm
You're
just like,
in the same boat. You and Wolfgang are just standing inside the doorway, being like, "Grrr!" and not
it's
really
an
helping
ancient
anyone.
fucking tomb. That's it.
So Oswald and Lucian stumble across some pieces of ancient dwarven crockery that have been missed. They were tucked into like the back corner of a cupboard somewhere. Gehenna and Hiker searched deeper into the hold and come out with a book. As soon as you bring it into the sort of main area where everyone is gathered, Yoda takes one look at the cover and says, "Oh, I recognise what that is. That's a book of grudges. That's your ancestral book of grudges."
Sounds ominous.
Oh,
I mean, I don't know much about dwarves, but I know it's weird that they left that.
hey, Yoda, this might sound a bit forward, but do you mind having a look inside it for me?
Certainly, I can do that. I'm assuming you want sort of the later entries.
Hey, I suppose so. Hey,
So he opens the book from the back.
and if I remember right, there was one entry ages ago for my family needing to, or my clan needing to pay back like a massive debt, I think it was.
I believe it was a great shame.
A great shame, that's what it was. Yeah. And then that was the last one.
Yep.
That was in the bigger book of grudges.
Yeah, the
like
book
a
of
clan
grudges
one.
for the whole hold rather than the particular clan.
The
Yeah.
global book.
Yeah. So he starts flicking back through, and there's a bunch of blank pages at the end of the book. So he's sort of flicking through those gingerly, because this is a very old book. And he skips through, and eventually he's like, "Alright, here we go. Here's something with some writing on it." And he starts reading. And he sort of stops and looks up at you, Ulrich, and says, "Are you sure you want to know?"
Aye, of course I want to know, laddie. Go on, hit me with it.
Because you seem like a fairly upstanding dwarf, and I could just say we never found anything.
I cock my head at it and say, laddie, what you trying to say here about my clan? Alright? We're all upstanding folk. Go on. What's in the fucking book, lad?
Alright. It says here that Clan Bryntok have brought great shame upon their entire clan and the hold by refusing to take part in the War of Vengeance.
Do I know what the War of Vengeance is?
You do know what the War of Vengeance is. I will say that
Okay.
anyone with Law Empire could make a hard test to know what the War of Vengeance is.
I've got Law Middenland and Law Theology.
Ooh,
I only have- I only have Reichland politics
no.
and what's his name as Lord Middenheim.
Okay.
Oswald. Politics?
Probably not politics. It's not. That's definitely dealing into politics. Would be
Like,
more like human politics. You wouldn't know much I think,
Yeah.
about the other races' politics. I would say, yeah, the only one of you who would know it will be Ulrich. He knows what the War of Vengeance is. If he were to explain it, it was the war between the dwarves and elves.
Oh,
That basically
of past.
diminished everyone's
That
numbers.
Yeah, the humans and the elves refer to it as the War of Beards, or War of the Beard.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
But to the dwarves, it is known as the War of Vengeance.
Rightly so.
but they don't even know what started it.
No one knows what started it.
Um,
I've got to put the Dwarven Temple back on and put it on loop.
I'm just gonna. Can I just give like an awkward little laugh of like, what? What? No, lad, no, that's not what it fucking says, lad. No. I think I know. What? 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 Give me that thing. And I try and look because I can't read at the book and just go, no, that's not what's there. That can't be it, lad. No.
I'm afraid there's more as well.
What else, lad? What else? Go on. Surely that was, the last. Go on.
So he takes the book back off of you and says, well, it says here that the reason that they abstained from the War of Vengeance was their close business and personal ties with the elves of Ulthuan.
I see. I will.
No, stifle that.
Ulrich will just be all like, he'll just nod a bit and be like, hey, all right, close business and personal ties with the elves, you say, laddie, with the elves. Hey,
Our ancient enemy.
hey, all right. I give like one of those, when like you kind of like, okay, whatever, and your face kind of goes like in a big downward motion, and you're like,
Yeah.
okay, all right. Can you just give me 1 second, laddie? And I'm just gonna step outside of the Bryntok hole for a moment, and at the top of my lungs, I'm just gonna scream "fuck."
Do it.
Just be like, as one is to do.
That?
Yep, more or less. And I'll come back inside, just go, right, so, isn't that there book, laddie? Anything else in the book?
And he starts flicking back through, and basically, the long and short of it is that all of the grudges and whatnot that you find in here are towards your fellow dwarves. There's no grudges towards elves or humans. There's grudges against, the greenskins, obviously.
Of course.
But there only ever appears to be fairly cordial remarks made about the relationships that Clan Bryntok has with the elves.
Huh.
Progressive.
How embarrassing.
Alex is not right.
I don't actually say that. So.
No.
Just
Sing it
imagine
very
just
loudly.
you being a dwarf, we'd be like, pathetic.
Weak.
I'll. Can I just go? Hey, look, does it say way? I mean, we couldn't have, been. Look, dwarves and elves, they don't, we don't get along, eh? Like, what's all that? Does it say anywhere what that's all about, lad?
He keeps looking back, and he gets right up to basically right at the very front of the Book of Grudges, and it says, I think I found the root of it. Your clan's namesake, the first Bryntok,
Eh?
was rescued from an attack by a mountain giant, by an elfin lordling. And
By an elven what?
lordling.
Oh, lordling.
Aye, and it seems here that the two of them struck up an unlikely friendship, thanks to the elf saving the dwarf's life and all that, and the dwarf feeling obliged to repay the elf in kind. And
Looking around the room, just being like, what the fuck?
From what I'm reading here, it basically establishes a long and quite congenial relationship between this particular elven family and the dwarven Bryntok clan.
Hey. I see, lad.
The dwarf guard who has followed you throughout this entire adventure, says, "You're a pointy-eared lover," and spits on the front of your tunic.
And I'll punch him in the head. And then tell him, "You fuck right off, lad, alright? I know where I fucking stand. Got nothing to do with my family back then, alright? I'm trying to make as much sense of this as you are."
Yoda says, I understand, you know, your family has travelled around a lot and has lost its history, but it's written here plain as day. Your family are, well, for lack of a better term,
Don't you fucking say it, lad. Don't you fucking say it.
blood traitors.
Oh, you fucker. Hang on, I'm just finding something very appropriate here. So my exact reaction to all of this is something along the lines of this gift, which I'm just gonna put in Discord. Just kind of this kind of reaction here. just hearing all of this. So,
Oh dear.
There is one way to restore your honor.
Ulrich will breathe in and out deeply. What? Okay, so
You're gonna make a cool test?
actually, you know what? Let's make a cool test.
I am gonna, make a cool test. It's gonna be, you know what? It's gonna be hard. This is some
This is some real
this is
shit.
some real shit.
Is this gonna turn me into a slayer? Is that what's gonna fucking happen here? Oh my god. Alright, boys, we're turning into a slayer. That's.
The dwarf guard picks himself up off the floor and says, "You know what must be done, laddie. There's only one way to reclaim your family's honour."
I'm channeling just to draw the shadows to me.
Sure.
I'm like fading into the background.
I don't want to be here.
I kind of like stared down at the ground and say, "Lad, I've built up my reputation as a man who maintains his word. Alright? You're telling me I have to throw that away in the name of honor? I'll fucking do it. But you will not look at me like that, laddie." And I like get right up in his stupid face. I like how I've just made him out to be a stupid guy now.
Yeah.
I'll walk up into his stupid face and be like, "Think I'm like my family. You'll mince those fucking words, lad. You just watch me as I bring back the honor to the Bryntok name."
I'll believe that when I hear you take the Slayer oath.
Is there like a ritual I have to do to take the Slayer oath?
Yeah,
Or is
there
it?
is. Now, I will
Alright.
quickly pull that up.
Yeah. Because once I do it, there's no going back.
There is
right?
no going
It's
back
just-
once you've done
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Alright, so... To become a Slayer is to become an engine of mass destruction. Yeah, I understand that.
I just love. Because of the shame they carry, many suffer from bouts of depression, gluttoning themselves on food, alcohol, or stronger stimulants. So we're basically halfway there.
You're already halfway there.
Just like you're
Yeah.
Alright, so basically, what I think you need to do is you need to go to the head of the hold,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to make the Slayer oath to them.
In front of them.
In front of them.
Right, okay. Alright.
So, the unofficial head of this hold is Burgil Ironbeard. So you need to make your way back to him if you are going to take the Slayer Oath.
Yep.
And I'm assuming you're looking at the same thing I am, so that's what you'll have to say to him.
Whoa. All right.
So that's what Gotrek said anyway.
Yep. That is, yeah. That'll work. I can't find the specific wording, but that will work.
Yeah. I've got a quote from him that's just, "We're all going to die, Manling. It's the manner of our going that counts." I'm like,
Ooh,
yes.
That's some good shit.
That's some good shit from Gotrek right there. But, okay. The fucking recommendation on this is picking a Slayer is a unique experience because your character wants to die. Embrace this. Seek a mighty doom. Reclaim your honor and die well. I'm like, fuck. Shit.
I played a Slayer in D&D and I died to 4 undead giants. And the mountain collapsing on top of me. It was pretty epic.
Okay. Well then. At least I bought a dog before I took the Slayer Oath, so there is that.
Alright, well, I'm assuming you want to make your way back out from where you have made your way to.
Are there any other artifacts in here from who knows when that I can carry with me as I go on my pilgrimage henceforth?
There is one final thing that you spot. It is... And you can see why it would have been missed, because it's so small and sort of tucked away, in the back of a cupboard, or tucked away on the back of the top of a cabinet or something. It is a ring. Fairly simple looking. Fairly simple band with a rather plain, uncut gem as the stone.
Nice. Is there any writing on it or anything, or is it
Not
just...
that you can see. Hang on, I have it here.
Can I keep searching and see if I can find like a brooch or something that's got the clan insignia on it?
Yeah, you may. You got a very good perception test from earlier, so you do manage to find something. Let's say it's a a pewter goblet that got left behind, which has the Bryntok crest.
Alright, that'll do. I'll pick that up.
Right, Nick, I'm just making this visible to you now.
Yeah. Ooh. I see. Rightio. Very cool. I would like to...
It's an elven ring.
Sorry?
I said it's an elven ring.
Just to add insult to injury.
Yeah. I would like to wear it as I begin to reclaim my honor and my family's name.
Sure.
My clan's name, I guess.
You may.
Excellent.
Should we take the book with us?
Most certainly. That is probably the most hallowed of dwarven artifacts, is their clan's book of grudges.
Mm-hmm.
Is there something Yoda, or whatever his name, should carry, or Ulrich?
Well,
I'm
it is...
assuming a human shouldn't.
It is... Well, definitely not a human carrying it, 100%. It is Ulrich's clan's, so as the last member of his clan, it is his responsibility to take it. Even if he can't...
It's that fucking...
Even though we can't read or write Kazalid, it is his responsibility.
Even though I can't read or write, it's mine, apparently.
Yep.
There's no one else.
There's no one else.
Just the concept of like, all right, Billy, we know that you haven't learned to read or write, but here's literally the most important thing ever that your family ever made. And they're like, It's like, yep, there you go, son.
You better get that on the soundboard.
Oh man.
Now you can also get a cacophony of.
It's like a swarm of Teletubbies.
Oh, God.
Oh, I just thought about that mental image. I retract that. That's horrifying.
Oh man. Okay. Alright. Assuming there's nothing else that I can grab in here that resembles like any kind of family heirloom or something like that.
Nope.
I'll just tell the others I'll catch up with them and then silently weep in my family quarters before joining them again.
Alright.
As long as they don't see that. As long as they don't see my weakness.
Roll to
I'm
see it.
still in the shadows in the room. I haven't moved.
Yeah, so you're just hiding in the corner watching Ulrich crying.
And then, like, just
Right
gently
now.
over your head, lipping at your hair as the shadow horse.
I like to think like Ulrich fully aware she's there. It's like, you forget. I can see the shadows, lassie.
This is awkward. I just like slide along the wall.
Hey, go on,
Leave.
fly. But yeah, once I'm ready, I'll like join up and then head on back.
Cool. Alright. You make your way back to the main hall. Takes you the better part of a day.
Fucking oof.
When you arrive, I'm gonna change this music to something a little bit more appropriate. Let's go with this one here.
Oh.
You are preceded by Yoda and the guard, and the guard calls out, "All of ye, attend!"
Mm-hmm. Tending.
And dwarves start piling out of various different rooms and buildings and whatnot. The guard and Yoda go and quietly confer with Burgil, and Burgil takes his place here. And he looks at Ulrich, and the look of friendship that was there before is gone. Steely-eyed now. He's looking at you as if you were a stranger.
At least he's not spitting at me, which is good. But
An improvement, yeah.
And he says, "Ulrich of Clan Bryntok, it has been brought to my attention that your family has brought great shame upon this hold. I understand that you wish to take the Slayer oath.
Hey. That is what I want to do. Aye.
Come forward and place your hand upon the Book of Grudges." And he brings out the Hold's Book of Grudges and holds it in front of him.
I place my walking cane to the side and then make my way up to the book.
Alright.
Alright. What do I have to do now? Do I say the things?
You say the oath. You take the oath.
Alright. And I look down at the book in like a moment of realization. It's like, oh shit, I'm gonna die. I like breathe in, breathe out. I go, I'm a dwarf. Beyond it's my life. And without it, I'm nothing. I shall become a slayer. I shall seek redemption in the eyes of my ancestors. I shall become as death to my enemies until I face he that takes my life and my shame. I take my hand off the book.
Burgle nods and says, All ye in attendance have heard Ulrich take the oath of a slayer. Until such time as he is given an honourable death, he will find no shelter in a dwarven hold. He will find no companionship from a fellow dwarf other than a fellow slayer. From this day forth, he is barred from dwarven society until such time as his honour is restored. You, accomplices of Ulrich, we bear no ill will to you. His shame does not pass on to you. Should you wish to return to Kazarak at any point in the future, you may. Ulrich, I banish ye forthwith from Kazarak.
Aye. I shall be gone then. And you keep my family's name out of your fucking mouth. And I'll begin to leave.
Go. Alright. I assume
He
the rest
walks
of you
past
follow?
me. Yeah, once he walks past me, I'll turn and follow him.
Yeah, pretty much.
I've just whispered
Yeah.
at everyone as I start. Goes like, we gotta leave. We gotta get out of here. Come on. Come on.
There is one hold you're welcome.
Hey. What's that one?
Slayer's, where the Slayer King is.
It's like
I give her a very unimpressed look, and I'm like, oh yes, of course, with the Slayer King. Oh, very funny, lassie, very funny. All right, come on.
It's accurate.
It is accurate. That's the worst part. It's like when someone's like, hey, you know, this is a very technically true statement. And you're like, oh, fuck off.
Yeah, that's basically Hiker.
Technical truth is the worst kind.
Alright. And I guess you begin the long march back to Middenheim.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we will leave it there for tonight.
Oh, fucking oof. Fucking
Guys.
oof.
Guys,
Good to earth. Very nice.
Nick, you and I need to roll you a Slayer now.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
cool.
Oh, shit. To think that I would have so much shame. So much shame. Oh. God damn. Dishonor by not murdering all the witnesses. Oh. So I'm looking at the rules a little bit, and there's a specific Slayer that I think would tie in really nicely to this, which is a giant Slayer.
Yep.
Because obviously it all started with a giant. So
Well, not only that, but you technically already fought and killed a troll.
was that ages ago?
Ages ago.
Yeah.
So you've already slain a troll. So a troll slayer is like something you've already done. You've bested a troll.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, it
you
didn't.
weren't even a Slayer then.
Look, it
Right.
didn't even beat me. You know.
So I think entering at giant slayer level is perfectly acceptable.
Awesome.
Now, there's a whole bunch of stuff that we'll need to go into in regards to
Yeah.
how being a slayer works, because A, you don't wear armor.
Oh fuck!
B, you have to shave off all of your hair except for a mohawk, which you dye bright orange.
Yep. Fair enough.
I believe
Big
you're
fair.
required to get tattoos denoting that you're a slayer.
That's literally the first one, Troll Slayer. You have to get tattoos and
Yeah.
shame. You have to have shame.
You've got plenty of shame. You got
Yeah.
shame coming out the wazoo.
I am, however, fearless against.
Everything.
I love
Brackets,
that shame
everything.
is a trapping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a trapping.
Yeah.
Plus your spirits, shame.
Yeah. But yeah,
I guess is that the Book of Grudges that I'm holding? Is that the shame, or is it
kind of.
something else?
Kind of.
Yeah.
But like it is also in like I don't know if you've noticed, but with Warhammer they tend to say that like characteristics are a trapping. So like a sense of entitlement or
Yeah, right.
So, shame is very much your trapping here. You are riddled with
Yeah.
your family's shame
Yeah.
until you can write
I've just realised we can't do Giant Slayer because I have to have actually killed the troll to get its head first.
So we've got to start as a Troll Slayer then.
Yeah, I got to start as Troll Slayer again. Okay.
Guys, he's back to being a brass level character.
You know what's really frustrating as well? I can't.
You're always going to be a brass level character because
Yeah.
it doesn't change.
Until I die, I'm like, let's fucking go.
It's
But-
just brass 2 every level.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ. This is gonna get very weird. Oh,
I love
man.
that you get fearless everything.
I know.
That will help you a lot, considering the fact that you were failing cool tests left and right.
Yeah, you won't be hiding behind trees now.
No.
Yeah, it'll just be like, fuck it, kill me.
You have become the true millennial.
That's it.
Yikes. But on the plus side, this now also feels earned to become a Slayer, because I'm like, oh shit, this
Yeah.
came out of nowhere. And also, holy shit. Fuck. That's some shame. Oof.
God,
Oof.
liking elves. Ugh.
Oh, no.
Rank.
You know what's worse about this? I let my rival go, and he was an elf. I helped him. Oh. If I
In your
ever meet
blood.
him again,
Ew.
if I ever see him again, I'm just gonna be like, fuck off.
No, as soon as you see
That
him,
note, I'm off the mesh.
the camera like pans to the guy, and then an axe just flies into his head out from off screen.
Alright, yeah.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah, we'll have to figure out how this happens.